Hello, good morning. I'm Jason. The channel is It's Probably Okay. We're here to play Urban Shadows. Our game is called Santa Sombra. This is episode 11, so this is the perfect time to come in if this is your first episode. This one goes to 11.
Double one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's episode 1-1, really, if you think about it. So that's
exactly
like when I roll Snake Eyes in a PBTA game, I ask if it's 11 every time. Every time.
And it should be.
All right. We'll go around and make our introductions, folks. If you want to pop anything into, we've got some new channel rewards. If you've been away for a little bit, we've got just kind of some fun hangout stuff. Everyone's welcome here. Thanks for coming, and feel free to put questions in chat if there's something you're not sure about. We'll try to clarify. We also, if we're in the middle of a exciting scene or something, we might not see it right away, but luckily we are joined by our intrepid moderator, Dork Lord Canada. Just amazing at everything he does. Dork Lord Canada, how dare you?
Betrayed already.
Start a 5-minute timer. There. Hello.
Oh, man.
Wait, hold on. View timers. I don't think this actually started.
Oh, no, buddy.
There we go.
No.
Okay, it started. Hello. That's I encourage the channel points. That's why we're here. Fortunately, it's now not my job to do anything. Let's go with, I hope everyone's names are in the right spot. Jay?
That was, okay, that's me. Hi, I'm Jay. Here playing Belle, the proprietor of a very fine and totally legal and official establishment called Belle's, and a possessor of a very cool and not at all disturbing metal arm. No, glass arm, sorry. Glass arm.
And really, it's like stained glass, mosaic kind of.
Yep.
That's super.
It's
cool.
real pretty.
Which he did to himself because he accepted glass arm into his heart.
That's right, I did.
Yep. It hasn't quite reached your heart, but we'll know when it does.
Oh, will we?
Sam, who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm not sure, but let's find out. My name is apparently Sam, allegedly, and I play Sarah Hartunian, our local wizard who is just slip sliding straight into necromancy. It's fine. Don't worry about it. She likes bringing stuff back from the dead.
Just a little light necromancy on the side.
For a treat.
Yeah, the side, the middle, front, back.
Pooja?
Hello, I'm Pooja, and I'm playing Asmitha from the Tainted Playbook. And, I decided what this elaborate plot needs is more players. So, what's the fun in a setup if the people you are setting up and the other people they are trying to set up aren't there?
And Joey.
Hey, everybody. I am Joey playing Ryan Rosenthal, the Fae, a.k.a. the Crown Prince of Team Fuck Around. He's here to have a good time and hopefully make it out with his head or someone's. Preferably his ex-boyfriend's. That'd be nice. We'll see if we work that into the mix too. But yeah, he's here and pretty and here to just stir the pot.
Do you want to tell everyone where we last saw Ryan's ex-boyfriend?
Where did we see? It was in the hotel room vision, I believe. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, that's where we. Okay, sorry. What did we hear that he was up to?
I'm trying to remember now. He was working. He was providing security for the Vampire Werewolf Coalition.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to see that taken down a peg or three, or a stake or three, if you will.
Yeah, sure. Yep. And he's a fellow Fae, right?
Yes, he is a fellow Fae. One of my closest confidants, and He betrayed me, so now he must suffer. Death is too quick. He must suffer.
Oh, sure. Well, it seems like you have a friend who could prolong the death experience. So, yep. All right. So, I want to repeat our exercise from last time. Our mutual friend Kimmy is working on a new RPG in which the start of the new session begins with everyone going around saying last time on Santa Sombra, and you say something about what your character got up to specifically. And we'll just do what I did last time. Reverse order. Joey, what happened?
So last time on Santa Sombra, Ryan disguised himself as O'Hare the coroner in order to lure the dastardly bad Mulder and Scully to back to Bell's shop so we could get the drop on them like they got the drop on us, and hopefully figure out what they're up to.
Okay. Pooja?
Last time on Santa Sombra, I got roped into this deal to provide heads to pancakes. Because how could there be a contract if I wasn't part of it?
Mm-hmm.
Just never gonna happen.
Okay, my 5-minute timer's up. Glasses
Yay!
go back on.
Yay!
Glasses. Yay!
Yay, eyesight.
Hooray.
But thank you for participating in our channel points. It's always appreciated. It's goofy and fun. All right. Oh, and I should be using character names. Ryan, Asmita. Sarah, what were you up to last week?
Last week on Santa
Damn
Sombra,
it.
Sarah made a friend, a raven friend. He's kind of dead and a little grumpy and might want to eat brains. I don't know. It's probably fine. And then she encouraged Ryan to steal a very powerful amulet for her. I think I might have blackmailed you into doing that.
You had the curse that was on O'Hare on me,
Oh yeah.
and in order to get it removed, I had to do this thing for you.
Mhm.
Right. If you want to be able to lie to me ever again, then you have to give me the thing.
I think there was also the implication that you would cause Ryan to tell people things he wouldn't want them to know.
Oh yeah.
So that's a strong component of that. But the two of you did come away from that meeting with Richardson and Stevenson, and got Emily Richardson's little disc, which I think is the amulet you were talking about.
Yes. Yeah.
It's sort of monocle sized, and she used it to inspect fake O'Hare, aka Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
But
And luckily he was cursed because he passed that
yeah,
inspection.
that actually could have gone very poorly.
Mm-hmm.
I had kind of rolled off to the side to see, like, are they going to check? And I was like, well, that's the check roll. So,
Again, Crown Prince of Team Fuck Around.
yep.
May he never find out.
That's a good toast. Okay, so Belle, what were you up to?
So last week on Santa Sombra, I was trying to prep the store for the arrival of our shitty Mulder and Scully. Discovered that Sarah's new friend was a little brain-eaty, and that was a problem. And so trying to deal with that, I feel like we were left in some sort of cliffhanger-y situation, but I cannot remember. But mostly, as usual, Belle is trying to keep the trains on the tracks and try to avoid going to Find Out Town.
Bold of
This is
Bell
why you
too.
always end up the captain of Find Out Out.
This is the problem. Yes.
It seems to be Jay's role in RPGs.
Yes. Let's not find out, please. I would like it that way.
If you haven't had a chance to tune into every other Monday night on Happy Jacks, Jay has borne the brunt of many of our
boy.
shenanigans.
Oh boy, the shenanigans.
Speaking of Team Fuck Around.
I mean, there's stuff that hasn't even paid off yet, so come and see how that turns out badly.
Yeah, that's going very well. And that every other Monday is this coming Monday, folks.
Yeah.
So if you would like to see, we're just about to dock at Find Out Station. So
Yes, we are.
okay, so regarding the cliffhanger, does anyone recall the tense situation that where we were leaving off with?
No, I am Gandalf. I have no memory of this.
I remember that Asmita called Pancakes to invite her to this meeting that we didn't want her to know about.
Yes, there was that. Yes, that was also a thing that happened.
Yes.
But I don't remember the exact cliffhanger moment.
Richardson and Stevenson were invited to this meeting.
Right.
That's right.
They were going to show up with the goal of... Well, actually, now I'm blanking a little bit. I can't remember because I don't have my glasses on.
We had told them that there was going to be another like trade-off, like another head delivery at Bell's.
Oh,
I, as
they
O'Hare,
think they're going
told
to a
that.
sting.
Yeah.
Sarah, yes.
Oh, they
and
are
Sarah
going to a
now
sting.
has the very powerful artifact that Emily Richardson has. I named that character and I can't even remember.
Oh, I thought you did that on purpose. Because
No, I'm just
Richard
really
is also
happy about
Dick.
that.
So
No, incredibly happy coincidence.
that's great. 3, 2, 1. Don't you dare. I'm going to ignore the next one.
It's now on that particular channel point option is now on cooldown.
I may actually give it a cooldown just because sometimes it's hard to operate the show. I like having it on there though. I think it's funny because I can see well enough that I can get along, but it's goofy. So, okay, so let's zoom in on Bells.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan, I believe you still look like
I still like O'Hare.
O'Hare. You look like Burke O'Hare, and your
Yes.
ex-boyfriend is
Claude Burke.
Claude
It's Claude
Burke.
Burke.
Right. Okay, that's good. And you know what? That feels real because I went to school with 5 total Jasons in my grade school,
There were
including
7
another
Lindsays
Jason
in my-
M. So,
There were 7 Lindsays in my middle school class.
yep.
Sounds about right.
And let's never forget the Heathers.
That was a epidemic.
Yep.
Look,
Jennifer's.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Kate.
27
Christian
Jennifer's.
Slater
So many
doing a Jack
Kates.
Nicholson impression for that entire movie was the best part.
Yes. Also true. True facts.
Okay, so the fake Burke O'Hare is here.
Mhm.
Pancakes was supposed to show up first, right? And she was going to bring one of her...
Just bringing one
People
member
with
of
her?
her team.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay. Sarah, you left Prudence to help with Reggie the Raven.
Correct.
Okay, great. And Asmita, what is your preparation looking like right now?
I'm breaking out the pen and vellum. My very exciting.
What was it? The finger of the scribe?
The finger of the scribe
Yep.
in the very special paper that goes with it that I have obtained recently.
Yep.
And I'm like, I think we're going to come to some sort of agreement here. One way or another.
Mm-hmm. They're going to find you. They're going to get you.
Except the they here is me.
Yep.
And the you here is them.
Yep.
And Belle, and also to set the scene a little bit, I think we're looking at after sunset, right? Yep. So let's say they're supposed to come by at like 9 p.m. Well after sunset, obviously, but but past normal business hours, you're not gonna be running into regular customers coming by. Belle, what time do you normally close?
I mean, normal regular hours, like 6:30, 7 o'clock. I mean, we're a used goods store. We're not open late.
Right. Okay. So, let's say it's like a 9 p.m. meeting. Mm-hmm. It's roughly 8 o'clock at this point, so the store is closed. Belle, what are you doing around the shop right now, knowing that this meeting is coming?
I mean, one, I'm still looking at all the various things the imps did, because I'm just also remembering that the imps did some trickery in the place.
Your shop is functionally a summoning circle.
Exactly, so I'm trying to make sure we don't accidentally summon something, or on purpose.
I don't know why you're looking at me.
So
definitely not what I was planning on doing.
Yeah, no, that's so trying to do that, and maybe hiding some items of power in various places, just in case.
To keep them hidden, or to have access to when you need them.
To have access to, just in case this all goes pear-shaped.
Okay, what can you say? What kind of things you're stashing around?
Like some warding stuff, some magic neutralizing gimme doohickeys and things. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a memory erasing talisman sort of shenanigans.
Yeah, you've had access to lots of strange doodads.
Yeah, and one thing that I have not really made use of. One of the things that I have in my shop is a magical dead zone. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to make sure that there is a clear and easy path to the magical dead zone from the sort of center of the store where we're doing our meeting.
Is that separate from your oubliette? Or is that the same as like your safe room?
I mean, it's my safe room. So making sure there's a quick and easy getaway to my safe room, for me.
Okay. So for me I just want to confirm our layout a little bit, since now a lot of things, I mean, probably nothing, but some things might happen in the shop now. So I'm picturing there's the street, big glass window, the front of the shop. People come in, there's a shop, and then I'm picturing, like, as you come in, on the left is, like, a counter, and then behind that is your office.
Yep.
Okay. Now, does your office... I assumed your magic zone was, like, in the office.
No, it's not. It's the other way from the office.
Oh, okay. It's the other side of the shop.
The other side of the shop.
Okay.
Yep.
Does your office have the door out to the alley, or is the door to the alleyway the ubiquitous, Night City alleyway?
That's closer to the office.
Okay.
That's on that side. So the oubliette safe room situation is sort of semi-hidden on the other side of the shop.
Okay. So then I'm also picturing, so you would come in, the counter, the office is on your left, and then towards the back, there's the shop, but then there's also a back area of the shop, which is not open to customers, but where you have some things under sheets and, boxed up and not
storage
ready to be put out yet.
Storage / inventory / special collections.
Right. And I sort of thought that would have its own alley access as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's there's like an exit door by where the bathrooms are by the office.
Uh-huh.
And then in the further back, there's a slightly larger sort of, not like full-on loading dock, but
It's just a bigger, maybe a roll-up door kind of thing that you could bring in a larger piece.
Yeah.
just like a normal sarcophagus or something like that.
Exactly. You know, you need to have some room for that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
A magical bed. Sometimes there's a bed.
All right, so at 8 o'clock, Belle is rummaging around, putting things in places that seem like they're going to make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I have a role in mind? Fortunately, I didn't open any of the PDFs that I need this morning.
Ha-ha.
Whoops.
It's good that that's worked out how that way.
Why be prepared when you could do it in the moment?
Right?
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yes.
Okay, I think I have a basic move for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, I'm going to give you a choice.
Ooh.
You can roll as you sort of prepare things, trying to get a sense of like, what should I put where? What's a good way to do this? One option is let it out, because I think the imp had something in there, let it out. Ooh, I just scrolled right to the imp.
I mean, yep, there's sniff out a secret stash.
Yeah. And I'm sort of thinking the reverse of that, like create a secret stash, right?
Oh, okay.
Is appropriate with what you're trying to do. So either we can do let it out, or we can do study a place of power as you're storing things around here. Even though it's your place of power, you don't understand everything about it because it was sort of shifted and rearranged. You know what I mean?
Let's do the let it out roll.
Okay. Let's go for it.
Let it out. So rolling with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good. Yes. That actually satisfies some other things I would like to be doing. Ooh, that is a 9 on the dice.
Okay.
With a 1 for a 10.
Nice. So would you like to have the corruption or the complications?
I will take the corruption.
Yeah, this is not a great night for complications.
No.
Okay, so what you're able to discover is the shop was guiding you to put things in certain places, and you're able to resist that, right?
Okay, good.
I don't know that Belle would entirely... I mean, you're not exactly like an arcane scholar, right?
Right.
But you recognize valuable items and sell them to people who do know what they do. That sort of thing. Yeah. Is that accurate?
That sounds accurate. That sounds like me.
Okay. And you realize you were doing a sort of like the stones from the Fifth Element. You know, you got like 3 of them in place, and you're like, wait, you're feeling this like buzzing in the room of like, why am I, what? That's not what I want to do. And so then you see where like, oh yeah, you set this right on the, intersection of a couple points in the store, and you're getting a better sense of how your store has been laid out, and also how you might be able to use it to your advantage, right? There are some things you might be able to do now, but you then rearrange some of the things you set out, and you're very well prepared. Where if you're able to sort of use your shop in any sort of coming conflict, it's hard to imagine this being
see that happening, but
conflicting. But you will have an advantage. You'll literally roll with advantage if you're in a situation where you're like, I'm gonna grab for the whatever, right? Like you have set it up extremely well.
Good to know.
I would even give you, if you want to ask a question from Study a Place of Power for free, I'm, just special discount, free 99.
I mean, I will take that. Hold on.
Okay, where did that go? I just scrolled right past it.
Let's say place of power have. What are there like official questions here?
Oh, I see. Your insight reveals much about. Oh no, that's not what I meant. Let's Oh yeah, if you want to kind of twist one of the figure someone out questions.
Got it. Yep.
Feel free to. It's like, who's pulling your shop's strings or something like that. Is really you're asking these questions aimed as if your shop was a person.
Got it. Well, what's my shop hoping to get from all of this?
Your shop has become, or maybe always has been, but is now closer to becoming a conscious entity.
Okay.
So it's sort of like being haunted, but not. It's not like a human who died and is haunting the place. It's just this shop was completely slumbering until all of the stuff started going down. There was a big, demon fight, and then your imp resources came in to sort of rebuild the shop, and that woke it up more, right?
Good.
And so now it's right at that. It's sleeping lightly, and if you wanted to try and wake it up, there are steps you could take. But if you don't want to wake it up, there are probably some things you should prepare.
All right. There's some things I've got some decisions. There's some things to consider.
Yeah.
Not to deal with right now. And
well, and to be totally, since you rolled so well, I should say too, like the stuff you were setting out and you got kind of 3 out of the 5 into place, you're like, oh, if you had completed that for good, or like, we don't know what the shop would want or what kind of person it is. If it's just a Bobcat Goldthwait waiting to wake up, but we don't know. But and I'm not talking about like a transformer that it's like gonna turn into a giant robot building and start walking around, right? I just mean the shop itself would become a conscious entity. So it is currently slumbering.
Got it. Cool. Just cool. All right. Yeah, definitely not gonna broadcast any of that.
Oh, you don't want Sarah to know?
I do not think that I wish Sarah to know this information.
Weird.
Just now.
Okay.
Just at this juncture in time. So I'm just gonna keep that to myself.
Speaking of Sarah, as it gets to be about 8 p.m., you've got about an hour till the meeting. Belle's kind of rustling around the shop. What is Sarah up to?
Well, I definitely want to check on Reggie.
Okay, great. So let's pick up there.
Okay.
And when you get up there, let's see. Reggie had been given a new cage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we had bought some mice.
Yes.
Okay, content warning. We do have a sort of mouse food situation. So we all our pets are immune to harm. Technically, Reggie's already dead. So
It's fine.
we don't know what's going to happen with that. But just that is in our lines and veils, dear listener. So just know that's not a thing we do. No harm to pets, but we do have sort of the snake mice, like you would feed to a snake. Reggie has been supplied with that. When you come back at 8 o'clock, Reggie has had had the mouse in the shop, and the mouse, that you got earlier this afternoon when Prudence brought all the supplies home. And remember how Reggie was having really strange body language before you left earlier?
Yeah.
When you get back, Reggie kind of sits up and watches you come in, and Prudence looks up from her phone, and she's like, okay, I have to show you this. And, holds up her phone to show you a video that she took of Reggie in his cage. And now the body language is could not be clearer. He has mouse body language, right? Like he's walking around on all fours, except they're wingtips, right?
Oh, buddy.
And then picking things up with his wingtips, that's You know, like if you hadn't seen it, it would be absolutely bizarre to describe to someone, right? Like you,
Yeah.
it looks like a CG fake, right? Like that's not how ravens do.
No.
Um,
Sarah's like, huh, you really are what you eat. Okay. What type of brain should we feed him next?
Prudence eyes go wide. She's like, I hadn't thought about that. What?
Well, if he eats mouse brains and gets mouse mannerisms.
Sarah.
Well, hold on. Sarah and Prudence are up in Sarah's apartment.
No, I'm well. Then Sam.
Oh, okay.
Sam. What you doing? What you doing?
For science!
Well, we all know what she's doing. Like,
I am firmly on team fuck around.
God damn it.
Leave it to other people to find out.
What is this find out you speak
Yep.
of?
I don't know what this
I don't
find
believe it exists.
out means. Is that,
Consequences are for other people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Or Jay.
pretty much. It's all
Actually,
good.
Well,
I think that's
yes, it's
what
the
my-
us part.
Yeah.
Yes.
my Yuma Station character was like. Consequences are for people who have less guns than me. Well, we do have a source for human brains for science.
So, and this is Prudence, right? She says, so if he ate mouse brains and acted like a mouse, you're thinking if he eats...
People brains, then he'll act like people.
Okay. I can't decide if I'm upset. If I'm more upset or curious. This is weird.
Yeah, necromancy is weird. But it would be helpful if he could communicate better. And if we gave him more intelligent, the brains of a more intelligent animal, maybe he could like communicate about his experience to us and we could learn more about what it's like to be reanimated.
Huh. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's somebody who's already dead, right? And you,
Oh,
like you
yeah.
can see like she kind of like sits up in her chair a little bit, like
Yeah, we're not gonna feed him alive brains.
okay. It's pretty clear. You can read her face. Like she was a little worried that it maybe we would just take a little bit of hers, right? Like maybe that wasn't off of the menu.
Oh, no. Like scientific specimen brains, not like, just somebody off the street. That's murder.
Okay. So for fun, I'm gonna have you roll persuade an NPC. And technically, this is a type of seduction because she is interested in power, right? She doesn't want to have sex with you, but she is interested in
Yes.
power. And I'm curious to see how your argument hits her.
Okay, what am I rolling with?
Plus heart.
Oh, good. Are you sure it's not spirit?
Yeah.
Ooh, 7.
Okay. All right. So on a 7, they counter your offer, demand payment, a debt, favor resources before agreeing to follow through. So yeah, I think Prudence has interpreted what you're saying as like you're asking her to procure brains.
Oh.
And so you see her kind of go through this process of like, okay, I'll figure out how to get brains. But I want to accelerate my education with you. Like like she's trying to lay out a deal of like, I know you weren't asking her to do that, but that's how she's interpreted the conversation.
Gotcha. I mean, listen, I'm not asking you to get the brains for Reggie. If you want to speed up your studies, we can. But I'm not putting that part on you.
Okay. But would getting the brain speed up your research?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, I can get access to some of Mom's resources at City Hall, and I might be able to intercept something on the way to the crematorium or something. And if it's going to get burned up anyway, then no one will know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do.
Okay.
I think what's Sarah's heart? 0?
Yeah.
Okay. I think the viewer is. I don't think Sarah would pick up on this because she's not that great at reading people. Humans are like bizarre.
It's true.
I mean, you don't have a -1.
I mean,
it's not.
No, she should be fairly good at reading people because of years of bartending.
Yeah.
But this is a maybe stranger situation than normal.
Yeah, and I
bar
think also
conversation.
her like focus into magic has kind of messed up her perception a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone from ooh, I can do a magic to I wonder what kind of brains I should feed this raven to make him smarter.
Yeah, like within a couple weeks.
Yes.
So the viewer sees Prudence was like kind of interested in getting brains, like,
Oh.
but was trying to swing it so that she's like, ew, no, don't send me to get brains. But she really wants to see how this plays out. She has a curious mind and is somewhat of a like mind with Sarah, which is horrifying. But here we are.
I have created a monster, or maybe 2 or more. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Sweet. It can't hurt to have multiple sources for brains.
Okay. Well, if you don't need me anymore tonight, I'm gonna head out and see if I can connect any dots for this.
Yeah, that sounds great. Text me if you need anything, and I'll keep you updated on Reggie's progress.
Okay. Great.
Thanks for all your help, Prudence.
Yeah. Do you think Reggie will live forever?
I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Does he, out of character, does he seem to have decayed at all from his original state?
I mean, it's been here like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's no indication of decay so far.
Excellent.
I would also like you to roll figure someone out with mind when she asks that question.
Uh-oh. 8.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just answer a question. You would only get to ask one, so I'm using up that question. But you get the insight that like the idea of living forever is an extremely motivating factor for her.
Okay.
And she was trying to hide it, but
Interesting.
that is something you would be able to lean on later if you wanted to.
Cool. Okay. Just gonna put that in my pocket.
Yep. Bouncing back to Ryan.
Yes.
Ryan, what are you doing at 8:00?
Well, I think, am I not still with Stevenson and Richardson on the way to
were
the
they
shop?
gonna bring you to the meeting?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't positive. So
I thought you had come back with Sarah.
I might have. That's I just don't remember.
You left with Stevenson and Richardson.
Yes.
You did. That's right.
I remember
okay.
I had to drive separately. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think you just headed home after that. Like they weren't necessarily going to take you with them the whole time.
That's cool. Then I will probably head back to Bell's and go a rap tapping on his
chamber door.
I was gonna say back door, but chamber door is better because back door is a whole other thing.
Is it better?
Well, I mean, it's.
How are we defining better in this situation?
Less complicated. Let's go with less complicated.
Okay. So, Belle, I think you're you know, kind of in the back storage area, looking at some places that you could hide things for yourself. And you hear the like roll up door, like rattle, rattle, rattle. Someone's knocking on it.
Go to the front.
I didn't want to be seen.
Go to the other door.
But I'm already here.
Fine.
So you undo the lock, you undo the other lock, you slide the thing, and you slide the other thing. And just...
Was that so hard?
Yes. It was. Come in. Are they on their way? Where are they? I thought you were with them.
Yeah, they're on their way. They're coming.
Okay.
I just thought I'd come back here and give you a hand.
Well, thank you.
It's probably just a coincidence of how that worked out. But, you know, you raise the door a little bit. Ryan, you kind of just duck in because you can see, like, it's squeaky and it's, like, hard to lift up. And Belle, when you sort of let go of the door and, you know, Ryan comes in and you're getting ready to turn back to the door just goes chunk, like closes back, and the little slide things go back in place. You have little like independent padlocks to put on the slides, but the slides do like close themselves, and you can still wiggle them back and forth. They're not like stuck.
Yeah, no.
Right? But the door was like, this is how I'm supposed to be.
Okay.
All right, so what are we doing? What do you got planned?
We got a little area. We'll do this meet here. And remind me, I'm aware that Pancakes is coming, right?
I think everybody knows that. Yeah.
Do we? I thought Esmita called Pancakes separate from everybody.
Yes, that's what I remember too.
I don't
All right,
think
so
we're aware.
Okay,
We're not
Esmita, have you let everyone know about that, or is that...
No, I mean, I don't see why. I mean, it was the most reasonable course of action, and I didn't want to get like into a really big discussion about it, so I just did it.
AKA ask for permission.
Yep. So yeah, so like they'll get here and we'll figure out who's yanking their chain, and it'll be fine.
All right.
I'm also gonna call and check in with Bill and just see if he's heard from.
Oh right, Bill, not Bell. Woof, our
Bill.
names are wild.
Yeah, we've made some.
This
we've made
one's
some
on me.
choices.
We have made choices. We have exhibited behaviors.
Does Bill have a last name?
Burke. No.
Okay. I'm gonna call
Birkinson.
Lucky. I'm gonna call Lucky.
Yeah, Lucky. There we go.
Yep.
Yeah, you get Lucky on the phone.
Hot.
I didn't realize I was making a 900 call.
Woohoo.
I can't resist those. So
900 calls?
no jokes, bad jokes. Thank you for clarifying. Wow.
I mean, you do you, boo boo.
Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, he says, "Oh, hey, what this?" He knows your name is Esmita, right? That's what he would call you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this name I give people is the name I give people.
Sure. Oh, hey, Esmita, what's going on? Do you have plans tonight, or?
Oh, just some work stuff to deal with. I was just calling to see, how you're doing and just double check. Have you heard from Steven or Emily today?
Yeah, actually, Steven called. He was asking if I was available to kind of be on site somewhere later tonight, but it's not supposed to take very long. So, but he had a fair amount of money to offer, so I figured I'd just do one more and then,
And so you're coming to Bell's?
So out of character, has he been to Bell's?
I mean, it's a shop. So like if he looked up the address that he needed to be at on the internet.
Yes. Yeah. But I don't think he's been there before, right? Like he doesn't know all of your friends yet. I mean,
we've literally it's been one day.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So his response is, yeah. How did you? Oh, have you been trailing them? Do you like what are they up to?
So I'm at Bell's right now,
Oh,
and you know how it is. My friend Belle makes deals and provides certain procurement of items for other people. And
sure. That definitely sounds legal and normal.
I mean, it just is what it is. Like,
Okay.
when you need to find something, you call Bell and he'll get it for you.
Okay. Cool.
It's like you know how like when you buy a car and you like call a broker?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like that.
Okay. So is it safe for me to come by?
Actually, if you want to come by, just make sure you come by a little early. Like, if you want to come right now, and I'll make sure that there's a safe place for you to be.
Okay. I mean, I could probably get there by like 8:30. They said get there by 9. Is that early enough?
8:30 should work. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'll get my stuff together and head over right now.
Perfect.
Okay. See you soon. Oh, Bill.
Why? Esmita, why?
Dude has more luck than brains.
Literally
But it's
true.
cool.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's cool.
It would be hard for him to
because-
have more brains with the amount of luck that he has.
But it's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
Because I'm going to stash him in your panic room.
Okay, well, let's cut back to the conversation between Ryan and Belle. Belle, you don't know this yet.
Nope.
This is a fun surprise that's coming for you.
Yep.
So this is what you have planned. Like, where's the traps? Where's the, I don't know, cage? Gun?
I figure Esmita does that stuff.
And why is it like? Where is she? Where is Esmita?
I don't know. Being Esmita somewhere.
You don't have a plan, do you?
The plan is to get them here and then find out what's going on with them, and that is everyone else's domain. Are you gonna look like this the whole time?
Oh, no, I would have changed already. I would have changed back. I'm not.
Okay, good.
If she arranged it, does that make this an as meeting?
No.
Boo. Who earns?
So long as we don't have to enter as mitigation.
Oh.
I don't know why that was better, but it was.
Because
Can I
Pooja said
just
it.
send this whole store to hell? Is that a way?
Bold
to
of you
do
to
the
assume it's
thing?
not there already.
Well, hell is other people.
True.
I mean, you
Also
do
true.
have you do have a giant summoning circle.
Stop spreading that around.
I think Sarah's the only other one that knows that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
because I got a debt out of you for not telling anyone.
That's right, you
Mhm.
did.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, you did.
Okay, so Asmita, are you making this call from inside the house or
Yeah, I think while like you've been in the back room in the stock, like I went and like I've been there. I've got my stuff set up, and then I was like, wait, let me just double check and make sure that my boy toy isn't getting toyed with by other people.
Mm-hmm. That's your toy to play with. Yeah.
I mean, I am part cat.
Yep.
And so, yeah, like I was like in the front, it's like, oh, cool. Well, and that's what made me think of the safe room is because I'm like, turn around, it's like, oh look, I have the perfect place to put him.
Mm.
Yep.
It's my place, though.
All right. So, Belle and Ryan, I think
What
you're
you
having
got
this
me in?
conversation as you come from the back out into the main area of the shop. I imagine the lights are down. They're the evening lights, you know, that you
Yeah.
would want to have up in case someone was snooping around, but it's not. It doesn't look like the shop is open. I think you two come in as Mita is hanging up the phone, saying, what was it, like, see you soon, or what was it you finished the conversation with?
Yeah, let's just say, because I've already forgotten
Okay.
the words that came out of my mouth. Like, yeah, okay, cool, see you soon.
And for some reason, I'm picturing her like flipping a phone. I don't know why she would have a flip phone. I assume she has a smartphone.
Like, still has a Moto Razor or something. Like,
I loved my Motorola
It
Razor.
was so
Me too.
cool
It
looking.
was the best. It was the best
It's
phone.
the coolest phone.
But I guess the modern day equivalent of like a smartphone that still flips is the like that weird one that.
There's that Samsung that folds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Google's about to come out with one too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Folding smartphone.
That folds like a razor.
Yeah,
Yep. And I'm like,
It needs to. I just love it too much now.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, you say, all right, okay, we'll see you soon. Click, and the two of you
See
walk
who
out. You hear
soon?
that part of the conversation.
see who soon?
Oh yeah, was that Sarah?
Oh no. Turns out that Heckle and Jekyll decided to engage Bill or Lucky for the evening.
Oh,
So he's gonna get here a little early, and in that way we can maybe shift that luck to work for us rather than them.
I
Can
mean,
you direct it like that? I thought he
Yeah,
was kind
that's-
of just a bomb.
That's true, except I'm going to stash him in that null zone that you've got over there.
no. What?
What
No.
do you mean no? Because the other option is the people who, like the person who the cops call when they want to like assassinate somebody, but
Mhm.
make it look like an accident, is
Just
just
the-
wandering around outside.
Because you just invited it. What?
He was going to be here anyway.
What's Ryan? Did they? You saw them? Did they mention that?
No, not at all. But again, I was also what was the last name?
I mean,
O'Brien?
would they
O'Hare.
have told
O'Hare.
O'Hare that?
I don't know. It just feels like it's a lot of people, and we just want to like make this simple.
Trust me, this will make it more simple. You do
Alright.
not want, oh, hey, I passively influence luck to the highest bidder roaming around.
Okay. All
She
right.
makes a good point. Oh, I was thinking, should I maybe dress up like pancakes to make it look more believable? That way they think that.
Oh,
you
that's
know-
a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. That's great.
Okay, yeah.
You
Stuffing
know,
pancakes.
that would probably just make it more confusing.
Why would that make it more confusing? It actually sort of helps us if they think pancakes is here.
Well, yeah, of course it does. So she should be here in, what time is it?
It's like 8:15 at this point.
She'll be here in like 20 minutes or so.
Ryan shuts up and he looks at Belle.
I'm gonna ask this question. I know the answer. I don't like the answer, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Why is pancakes gonna be here?
Because it's Pancake's business. And she should definitely be part of helping clean it up. Also, I know for a fact that you don't have a plan.
There is a plan. The plan was get them here, find out who's yanking their chain. Pancakes being here just complicates all that because she might just kill them, and then we won't find out what's going on. We want to
I mean,
find
that's
out
why
what's
she's getting
going
here
on.
early, so we can talk to her and figure out, like, if she might already know what's going on.
We could have just asked her that, and also we don't know. We don't know pancakes. We don't know pancakes' whole deal. We don't know who to trust in this situation.
No one. The answer is always no one.
Yeah, exactly. So having all of these people that we don't know and we don't trust in one place, who have a lot of very complicated dynamics, you see how this is
Much better
complicated.
because that way no one's coming up from behind us.
Speaking of which, that's a good time for Sarah to just come up from behind everyone.
Yep. Yeah. Perfect.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh God. Okay. This
Is Reggie with you or in his cage?
I think in the cage.
Okay.
He's not very well behaved for meetings.
Not so far. No.
Not so far.
What's
going on, everybody?
We're discovering that I'm not the biggest nuisance in the shop anymore.
What is
No,
that?
that's definitely Reggie.
What is that there? Why is that
what?
here? Why is Reggie here?
No, he's in his cage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
upstairs.
didn't bring him to
he's
the
not
building.
here.
Oh, he's not here. Still,
Yeah.
He's not
okay.
here.
Sorry, I thought you brought him in the cage. That's
Oh,
all.
right.
Oh, no, the cage is large.
Yeah,
Okay,
she procured a large, sturdy, stay-in-place cage.
Good call. Good call. I thought he was in like a cat carrier for a second. I was like, that's
Bird-sized shark cage situation.
good call. Okay. Yeah.
He's
So
upstairs.
yeah.
What's the plan?
Well, now the plan is newly complicated because both Pancakes and Lucky are going to be here.
Oh, good. I have some brain-related questions for Pancakes.
And Lucky's gonna be here anyway. Like,
Okay. So the plan is they get here, we subdue them, and ask them questions.
Oh,
That was the
Okay.
plan. That was the whole point of this, was to get them here to find out why they were trying to set up Pancakes. I suppose now Pancakes will be involved, so Pancakes can ask some questions. We can ask some questions and try to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Well, do we need both of them alive to ask questions? I'm just saying, if we maybe give one to Pancakes, that might go a long way of smoothing over the fact you gave her a traceable head.
Well, again, that was not on me. My job in the situation was to procure a head. It's O'Hare's
also the
fault
whole
that it was
point
traceable.
here is that we need to continue providing heads.
We do want to continue providing heads to Pancakes. That's
So
fine.
we have to get the cops off of O'Hare's back, not put more of them on there because
We
like they're the people who were investigating him got murdered, because that's suspicious.
Yes, well, listen, we definitely maybe don't want to kill them. We also don't know which one knows what. You know, apparently Richardson has all the gewgaws, and so we want to figure out where she's getting those from and what she's using them for. But let's just get them here, subdue them, and ask questions. Can we agree to that much? Can we get?
Yeah.
Can we do that much?
that sounds great.
And out of character, I want to confirm, O'Hare is not supposed to be here, right? That wasn't
No.
part of the arrangement? Okay. Because they don't
I
want to
told
be
him,
here, so
you
that's
stay
fine.
home. You
Yeah.
stay home.
Yeah.
We stashed O'Hare somewhere else.
I will be O'Hare.
Yep.
Look at me. I am O'Hare now.
Oh, so they're expecting O'Hare to be here, though?
No. I was O'Hare. Now it.
Right, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got
Yeah.
it. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fine. O'Hare is out of the scene.
O'Hare delivered the information that there was a handoff happening here, and they are coming to
To be set up.
to drop in on the handoff, but the handoff is us taking them, subduing them alive, and then asking questions.
Okay.
Counterpoint, if we do accidentally kill them, I could bring them back from the dead to question.
I've seen what happens when you do that, and they do not seem like they're going to answer questions when they come back.
Well, yeah, I mean, Reggie couldn't answer questions before he was dead.
He was
so
real
I think he
focused
can't
on the
answer
eating
them
brains.
after.
Counterpoint that, like, murdering cops so that we can then bring them back as the undead under your control feels like a lot even for you.
I said accidentally, not on purpose.
It's
Listen,
nice to have contingencies.
if subduing them goes wrong, we might
Yes.
still be able to question them. Just-
Yeah. Listen, it's good for us to have contingencies and backup plans. That's
Like, I mean,
great.
I realize
I
they're just
appreciate
humans,
the
but they're
effort.
still cops.
Let's
And,
not
like,
do a murder. That sounds inconvenient for our
It
daily
does.
lives.
It does sound like we should probably not straight up murder them.
Jay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a custom move here that I'll explain after you roll.
Mm-hmm.
Would you roll the higher of your mind or spirit?
Okay, I believe that it's still my spirit, because my mind is at a 0. It's not a -1 anymore. So I'll roll with my spirit.
That's fine. Spirit makes more sense for this anyway, but I wanted to give you options.
Oh, that's sad for everyone. That's a 4 on the dice, plus a 1 for a 5. I guess it's not sad for everyone, so enjoy the gifts that I have given you.
Okay. So, everyone else, Bell is collapsing. Does anyone want to try to catch him, or?
I'll catch him.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you sort of get, but I mean, how big is Bell? I forget. What is he? A big guy?
6 feet? No, not big. Sort of lanky.
Okay. So yeah, and Sarah, you've had to throw people out of bars before, so yeah, you managed to get the leverage in there, and like get him down to the ground, and he's breathing. He's doing all the things that a normal demon does, you know.
Yes.
But Jay, you find yourself kind of floating above the roof of you're looking down, you see like, oh, this is your building. You don't come up to the roof that often, I don't think, but I was picturing it as like kind of a 4-story. I can't remember if we established this, but it was like your shop at the ground floor and then like 3 levels of apartments above that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That kind of vibe. Most of the buildings are around that size. You know, you could jump across to the next building if you were real excited about trying that out. But you're kind of floating above the building. You have a sort of specter-like body. I shouldn't say specter because that's a playbook in the game, but that you know what I mean, like a ghostly image of yourself. And on the building across the street, you could see somebody. They're a little bit obscured because they have some headgear on and they're pointing. Do you know what a parabolic microphone looks like?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, they're pointing that down at your front window, so you're like across looking at them, looking down at the street. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And then you just have this impression that you know is not your thought. It's from external source. But this thought is it wants to hurt you. And you have no idea where that's from because you got a 5. But that's and you're a little bit stuck right now. Like I don't know if you cannot just decide to go back to your body in a snap. No. Like you could probably drift. You can drift through the floor and try to go down there. But what do you want to do?
I want to go over and see who this person with the headgear is.
Okay. As you head over there, you get relatively close. They don't seem to notice you at all. And you can see this is Emily Richardson with what looks like, sort of law enforcement issue, parabolic, spy gear with a bunch of like runes etched on the side of it. And, some other sort of nonsense accoutrement. But she's just up here by herself. And just kind of sitting crisscross on the roof of the building with all her stuff set up on the little lip of the roof, right? It's on this other flat roof across the way, and is just kind of aiming stuff down there, has a little recorder, and it has like an earpiece in, and has her eyes closed because she's clearly like concentrating on what she's listening to.
Okay.
And I think even in this form, you hear the whisper, like the voices of your friends going like, oh no, is Bella okay? Or like whatever it is they're saying, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what they're saying.
What are you all saying in this moment that Bella's collapsed?
Probably like, Belle, are you okay? Hello? What?
And he calls me a drama queen.
Is this a thing he does?
Nope.
Not that I've seen. He's under a lot of stress. They should really lay off, the coffee.
Ryan, do you have that thing for me?
I thought you took it. I thought you snuck in because I had them drop it.
Oh, you dropped it. I do have that thing. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna look through it at Belle.
Okay.
And just see if that tells me anything.
Yes, it will. I'm gonna have you roll spirit, I think. Hold, please. Your move is important to me and will be addressed in the order in which it was received. Nope, went right by it. Unless there's a playbook move you want to use, I think we would look at Let It Out.
I think that's probably the most likely one.
Okay. And I only mention that because the consequence is potential corruption, so that's,
Yes.
you know.
Let It Out, I'm rolling with spirit.
Yeah.
Okay, 8.
Okay. So you get the corruption and a complication. Costly,
yes.
limited, or unstable. But you are basically using the detect magic part of your wizard Let It Out. I think, unless there's something better on there. Let me look. The wizard. Yeah, detect the presence and function of magical items or spells, I think is the right. Yeah.
Okay.
Then if you want to subsequently reshape the essence or nature of an exposed object or magical spell, that would be the next roll. But you can see that Belle's life force, for lack of a better word, I don't know that we would call it a soul for an imp, but the life force is there, but there's this tether that as you're watching it, it's just this little wispy line that you probably wouldn't have noticed, right? And then you see the little wispy line sort of drift out over across the street.
Oh.
As you're just looking at it through the wall, right? Like from where you are in the store, you can't see the roof across the street or anything. You're just you're seeing this wispy line go sort of 45 degrees off to across the street there, pointing, up across the street.
Okay.
And so you need to mark corruption.
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
And the complication for now, which eye did you hold this up to?
Left.
Okay. It is kind of melded into the ocular structure there.
I have a monocle.
Yeah.
The orbital bone.
Yeah, the orbital.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, it has it's not broken the skin. It just shapes to fit your orbital socket there.
Got it. Not removable for the moment.
Right, and that might be a little concerning in and of itself because it's oh god.
Well, that's really on there. Okay. Well, it appears that Belle is astral projecting. I don't know if he meant to do that. I can see if I can put him back in his body.
And Sarah, for your understanding of astral projection, you've only ever known mortal wizards to do that, right?
Okay.
Vampires don't astral project, werewolves don't astral project, fairies don't astral project. They just go where they want and do whatever they want. Right?
Yeah.
So your understanding is that just more human wizards do this, right? And that's not what Belle. Belle's a demon, so
yeah. Okay.
That's pretty weird.
It is weird. All right. Well, since it's weird, I'm assuming that he didn't do this on purpose. I'm going to try and get him back in his body.
Okay, so you want to reshape the spell?
I do want to reshape the spell.
Okay, I want you to roll, but don't tell me what it is yet, okay?
Okay.
Belle, what do you want to do with your situation that you found over there? And by the way, you can tell from her angle, she can see the front glass of your shop.
Yeah.
But she can only see if you were standing by the glass or a few feet back. So she can't see everyone standing in there, but she can almost certainly, everyone understands how these microphones work, right? She can get the vibrations off the window and is probably hearing the entire conversation in the shop right now.
Got it. Let me look and see here. You know what? While I'm here, yeah, I'm gonna let it out as well to try to figure out. Like I'm gonna do this stash shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out what else she's hiding on her person.
Okay. I like that. So let's do that one first, and then I want to find out what Sarah rolled afterwards.
That, my friends, is a little thing they like to call boxcars.
Hey, good timing for that.
So
let it out. You're only going to have corruption or complication. Which would you prefer?
I will take the corruption.
Okay. So it's such an easy choice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So with that, I get to sniff out a place of power or a stash. Sorry, sniff out a secret stash, even when expertly concealed or hidden.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, you can see she has half a dozen objects on her that are significant magical items, not including the parabolic microphone. The thing you realize, the runes on there are related to stories of the Tower of Babel. And this parabolic microphone would translate just about any human language, certainly, and maybe others, as she's listening to it. So that's... but yeah, otherwise, she's got half a dozen things on her that would require further study. Let's see. Is this supposed to give you some sort of pointed data?
Nope, just says sniff out a secret stash.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, she is a secret stash.
Great.
And let's see. I'm going to give you info. Yeah, I did give you an info on one of them. So yeah, she has this translating microphone that is magically empowered.
Solely awesome.
And then Sarah, what did you roll?
I rolled an 11 on the dice, plus my 1 for spirit is 12.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
Okay, so in reshaping the spell, I assume you wanted to summon Bell back to his body?
Yes.
Okay. You yank Bell back down. Bell, you feel this like whoa.
Whoa.
There is a moment of resistance as you pass through the wall of your shop, where it's sort of like you're being pulled through the air, and then you're being pulled through water, and then it's air again, right?
Got it.
And you like thump. You feel like a physical impact of landing back in your body. You all don't see, like, Bell doesn't like fall again or anything. It's just Bell. You have this like experience, and you wake up with, I assume, Sarah kind of kneeling over you. Ryan is probably taking stuff from the register.
I'm just cataloging the shop. Like, if he's dead, I'm gonna want to take that.
Yeah.
Like putting stickers on things.
Dibs.
Yep.
Dibs.
This is what, rifling
Dibs.
through the fridge.
No, I am highly concerned that Ryan may have to look like you for this next meeting.
I just assume that he's leaving us holding the bag like he did the last time we dealt with Richardson.
Wow.
I mean, technically he left holding the bag.
All right.
That's
so,
right.
Bell, you come back to your senses, and you know Richardson can hear anything that's being said right now.
Cool.
Are you okay? You launched
That-
out of your body somehow.
That was weird. Yeah, I guess I did. I don't know. I don't know. Help me into the back room here.
Okay.
I play sort of weak. Be like, yeah, I think I need some water in my back room.
Okay, got it.
And so I'll lead everyone back to the safe room,
The magic free zone.
the magic free zone.
Okay. Sarah, you get chills as you cross the boundary into this place. Well, actually, pretty much all of you do, right? Like this is, yeah, this is a pretty awkward space to be in. What does it look like, Belle? What's in here?
I mean, it's like super. It's not big. It is not big. So we are definitely
Like
crammed in there real close. It's
so
like a
big
2-person room.
coat closet kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very. It's like a white box.
Okay.
Like there's just literally nothing in it.
Oh, almost
Terrifying.
like elevator size.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
small elevator size, where it's just sort of like white, almost translucent walls. No runes, no nothing. Like when the door shuts, it's a little bit like being in a void, except you know you're in a very small space.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know this is uncomfortable. Richardson's across the street. She's got some sort of microphone thing, listening in the store,
Oh.
and she is just chock full of magical goodies.
How did you get here so fast?
I don't know. It's not good. I don't know what knocked me out of my body. That's a problem for another day. So
I
let's.
mean, good thing it did, though.
Yeah, I guess overall good. I have some concerns and some questions that we will deal with later.
Did you get any kind of good look at the stuff she's carrying? Can we try to identify it so we know what she's bringing?
There was
to
a
the party?
lot of it. There was a lot of it, and I was in my astral form, so I didn't really get a long look. And then I was in my body. But she's across the street, so we should probably. I don't know how long she's been there, so I don't know what she heard.
Hmm.
But we should be careful.
Jake, can you also roll blood for me?
I can. That's not great, so let me use these good dice for that. That is a 7 on the dice.
Okay.
Plus 0.
So you can. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can have 2 harm, a harm and a corruption, or 2 corruption,
Oh, that
and
is
then I'll tell you why.
very tempting. I am gonna take 2 corruption.
Okay. You feel like a weird well, Jay, I'm sure you as a person have had a loose tooth before.
Mm-hmm.
That's what your like consciousness in your body feels like right now. It feels like you put something back in and it's like it's never the same as factory ready,
Yep.
You feel a little loose in your body, particularly in the oubliette, right?
Oof.
But yeah, being pulled out of your body, like imps don't astrally project, right?
Yeah.
That's not a thing you've ever done or heard of another demon doing.
Yeah.
And that's pretty wild.
I don't like that feeling. I think we should get out of here.
So does Bell like look a little ill? Is he anxious? Like what is his sort of physical reaction to this? Two corruption's a big deal to take on.
That's a big deal. I think there's definitely some sort of like going pale, like I do not feel very well, like maybe a little barfy, just sort of like something not great just happened. I think we should get out of here.
Yeah, I don't think you should barf in here.
Yeah, no, we gotta open this door. Something bad.
Oh, okay.
And
What
then I
are
will
we-
exit the premises.
Okay. And you step out to hear, it's about 8:30 at this point, and you can hear someone knocking on the side door, not the roll-up door in here. So it's like all the way back out in the shop, out to the side door that you wanted Ryan to use.
Yep, the one by the office.
You can hear it's probably the second time they've knocked because it's a little louder and insistent, more insistent. But we're gonna have bang 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 on the door, baby, and take our break. So we will be back in just a few minutes. I'll put our 4-minute timer up. If we need more, we'll let you know. Folks, thanks so much for joining us this morning. We will be back in just a moment. See you soon. Hello again, everyone. thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out while we took our little break. Samantha will be back in just a moment. But I thought we could just keep going here with what's going on. So, Belle, I also wanted to mention. Oh, okay, hold on. Welcome back, Sam. So, Belle, you've come back out of the room. Also, I wanted to make a point about your mosaic stained glass right arm.
Uh-huh.
I
think it's my left.
Okay, left arm. When you went in the oubliette, you've been in and out of there regularly, even since you got the glass arm. Not a big deal. But this time you noticed you went in there, and it was sort of like how, if you have an older phone and then you turn on Wi-Fi and you're downloading stuff and you're watching a video and it's like suddenly you noticed the drain on your sort of bodily energy of moving your arm around, which wasn't something you'd ever noticed before, but it's probably just because you've been so rattled.
Oh yeah,
That when you were in the no magic zone, your arm still worked, but that's because it's powered by you. So that's just, it's maybe insight you didn't totally have on the arm before. But it sort of runs off of your life force, which is normally a essentially limitless resource.
Yeah.
But in the oubliette, it's not.
Yeah. This is all fine. This is fine. This is great.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't be a big deal. I just,
Cool. Not a big deal.
Okay, so y'all step out of the clean room. If you're in the back of the shop and whisper, you can probably speak without her hearing you. If this is a, even really good parabolic microphone, it should only be able to hear the main room unless you're speaking loudly back here.
Right. Right.
So.
All right.
And there's a bang bang on the door.
Like, all right.
I'm gonna go get that because no matter what, it's someone for me.
Good point. All right, you go get the door. We'll all, I don't know. Wait and see who it is, and then take it from there.
Now, Pancakes was not at the bowling alley scene, right?
No.
So she's never met Lucky.
No, not as far as we know.
Okay. So, Esmeda, you get to the side door, and you see Lucky standing there in his, polo and khakis. And again, this is our lovely boy from Deadpool 2. I always blank on the actor's name, which is funny to me. The guy who doesn't have any powers, but joins X-Force, and, just
Rob Delaney, the guy from Catastrophe.
Yeah, Rob Delaney, just a little doughy, happy guy. But standing out there with Pancakes and the person she brought with her, who are both in their badass biker leathers and helmets under their arm. Just very mismatched three people standing out there. But yeah, Esmeda, you open the door and the three of them are out there.
Hey, babe. I am so glad you came. And then just probably want to keep your voices down. Quiet neighborhood and all that. Belle's upstairs neighbor is kind of a dick. And two Pancakes. And it was the others are just in the next room. I'm gonna take Bill by the hand and tug him along with me.
Okay.
To the null zone oubliette.
While Esmeda is getting the door, I'm gonna do a channeling. To prep some magic. I rolled a 9. So that means I get to hold 3, and I have to take 1 from the list. I'm gonna mark corruption. That's okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna
Uh-huh.
give you an option because of something that's happening. I just need to go look at channeling real quick.
Yep.
Right. When you collect your magics, roll with spirit. Yeah. So I was gonna have you roll channeling with a +1. And you said you had a 9.
Yeah.
So
that
this
would
is
give me
actually a
10.
10 result.
Sweet.
If you don't mind that the monocle helped you get there,
Yeah. Great.
which could have unforeseen consequences.
That's for future me to find out.
Got it. Okay. Then yeah, enjoy your 10 plus in channeling. Hold 3 with definitely no future repercussions.
Wait, actually, how close am I? I can get a new I can level up in my corruption if I take 1 corruption and keep the 9.
I'll let you take the corruption anyway if you want. Uh-oh. Sam froze up. Or is it me? Did I freeze up?
Nope.
Okay.
You're good.
Okay. I bet she'll unfreeze in a second. Asmita, you bring Lucky around to the oubliette, and when he steps in, there's actually like the walls of the thing like vibrate a little bit, and then he looks dizzy. He's like, "Oh, I think I'm just gonna sit down," and he like slowly sits like just on his butt with his knees up in front of him and like leans his head against the wall and just goes to sleep. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I bet she'll be back in a second. Internet problems. Okay. Let me fix our windows for now. So, Asmita, are you okay just leaving Lucky kind of sleeping in there?
Well, I'm going to check his breathing and his pulse. And if it just really feels like he's sleeping, it's not going to be very long. So I'm sure it'll be fine for now. And honestly, it's possible that this is just the best outcome for us at the moment.
Okay, there we go. Good. Not doubling my audio. We will put people back in there where they're supposed to be. Oh yeah, there's video of my ceiling fan. Hi everyone. Let's turn that off too. There we go. This is my trick for when we're short of person. I just dial my phone in. So, it basically just looks like he's tired and fell asleep. Doesn't look much stranger than that. But yeah, there was a definite like, vibe. And then he's like, I'm just, he didn't seem upset or freaked out or anything. He's just like, I'm gonna sit down and
Yep, definitely the best outcome for the moment. And are the walls still vibrating?
No. It's just as he crossed the threshold.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, welcome back, Sam.
Yay.
So yeah, it crossed the threshold. It went boom, 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 and then he went to sleep.
Great. So I'm gonna, step out and consider that dealt with for the moment. And then just hope that this all happens really quickly so I can drag him out of there before, say, like the oubliette saps all of his energy and he dies. Because that would be a shitty second date.
Yeah, it would. I agree. I don't want to. Yeah.
But then rain.
And I should say, Lucky does not count as a pet and is subject to potential consequences. So that that's part of our story. Ryan, what's your take on all of this? What's happening?
Ryan's thinking about how to best rectify the situation. And he's going to do it his way. He's going to go out to the front room and dial on his cell phone Bell's cell phone number.
Okay.
And start having a loud conversation as if he's talking to someone on his phone in an effort to like give them some sound buffer so they can figure out like what the hell they're going to do. But also so if they need to communicate to Ryan, they can speak into Bell's phone and Ryan can hear what they're saying.
Right.
But he is basically like going full Karen-esque on like a like he did with the intern that was helping him with the festival.
Yeah, the tablecloth debacle.
Very tablecloth debacle realness.
Mhm.
Okay. Boy, that's a solid callback. What Fey moves do you have?
I have Fairy Magic, which lets me use my magic. I have In Our Blood. You mislead, distract, or trick someone through omission or clever misdirection. Roll with heart instead of mind. Scales of Justice. I can cash in a debt to use a fairy power. And Words Are Wind. If someone breaks a promise to me, I can basically hunt them down.
Okay. So I'm gonna call this mislead, distract, or trick.
Yeah.
And go ahead and roll plus heart.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna use one of these pretty new dice. I'm complimenting you, so that means you're gonna roll well, right? That's how that works? Well, that'd be Snake Eyes.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
No.
The
Yeah.
new dice are traitor dice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So you're welcome, America. I believe this is the time where I become the crown king of Find Out.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I think I'm not gonna tell you what's happening yet. I mean, you're about to find out, don't worry. But I'm just double checking persuade an NPC. Or no, that's you're doing mislead.
That's the thing I'm good at.
So on a
dice.
7 and 9, you're supposed to pick 2 of the things. But go ahead and pick one of the things for mislead that you want to have happen.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's gonna happen.
Like what I would like to happen knowing that I failed, or what I was hoping to get out of my role initially.
Yeah, like if you could pick one, Ryan believes he's succeeding. So
Right. Well, if I believe my goal was to confuse them for some time.
Okay.
So let's go with that.
Okay. Okay, this is a hard move. Yeah, there's no way around this. Do you have any armor?
No.
Do you have the? Oh no, that's Bell's move that lets him ignore all the the first combat damage.
That's right, I do.
Okay. Do you don't have any harm right now though, right?
No, I'm completely healed. I am all good on that end.
Okay, that's good because it's. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be 4 harm. There's no. So but the reason why is like, you hear the kaboom of a sniper rifle, right? Everybody else does, right? The front glass plate shatters inward. You're hit in the upper shoulder. You know, you have 5 boxes of harm, so you 4 of them are filled in. You spin, the cell phone goes flying. I think you managed to like fall behind some cover. But yeah, your world is rocked, right? As somebody has made their move, and now it's also real quiet again outside. You all hear like tires screeching going away from whatever that noise. Like people are like, "What the fuck?" You know, there's some yelling outside, but mostly like people running away from whatever's happening right here because sniper rifles are real loud, y'all. So, but just one loud shot. All the plate glass in that one section shatters, and and your Fae is like laid out behind a giant bookshelf.
This is a good time to do what I was thinking about doing when I channeled.
Remove Ryan's brain from his body?
Well, I mean, we'll see where the scene goes. But I'm going to spend 2 hold to provide armor to everyone in a small area, including myself.
Okay.
So everybody got 1 armor now.
Okay, Ryan, you have 1 armor now.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Okay. Similarly, Pancakes and the guy that she brought with her are diving for cover, getting their weapons out. They have these, you know, the MP5 submachine guns, the real nice, like, practical. It's the sidearm that UN soldiers carry. I don't know if people would know that or not, but yeah, they're diving for cover, looking for targets. They're not just spraying wherever. And I'm trying to think if any of you, Esmita, you don't have any like formal combat training, right?
No, not particularly.
Okay. Sarah doesn't.
Not
Belle.
beyond the odd bar fight.
No. Okay. So then, let's see. And it's going to be the luck of the roll here. If anyone would like to roll, well, what move am I thinking of? I'm just going to do a custom mind roll. Everyone roll mind. There's no 6- result. It's just going to see who notices and how much.
Is this also including me, or am I?
Nah.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, I did say everyone, but
No, it's all good. I was just double checking.
Thanks for
I
asking.
got a 9.
Okay.
Also 9.
I got a 5.
Okay. So I think Bella's a little distracted, maybe mad about the plate glass broken again. But Esmita and Sarah, you both get the feeling that it's not like cop training. That looks really specific, but these two look like soldiers, right? Like they're calm, they're collected, they're taking cover where the two of them know, like they're getting their like overlapping fields of fire. You know, with 10s maybe we would even know more, but like there's just something almost chilling about the like efficiency and precision of their movement. Not like robot efficiency, but like the training they have received is not haphazard.
Or Pancakes and her companion.
What's that?
Are we talking about Pancakes?
Yeah, Pancakes and her friend.
Okay.
The guy she brought with her is like exceedingly average, you know, sort of the like 5'9", 5'10", slim build, you know, doesn't look like a soldier build, right? But is moving very confidently, and they dive for cover. Her friend like flips a table display over, right, to have that up as another side of some very expensive rare books go flying.
This dude's getting
I
worse
will
every
also
time.
take some cover.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good idea, especially if the undead super soldiers are doing that. So
Is there a participation limit on your armor bonus?
no, it's just everyone in a small area including myself if I'm in that area too. So
Okay. And are you okay with Pancakes and her friend
Oh,
getting
yeah.
it as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, they're friendlies as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Great. And what do we want to do?
Does it? Can we tell like where the shot came from?
Well, it was definitely out front, but it's hard to know from back here. Like, did it come straight across the street? Was it up on the roof? You know that someone's on the roof across the street.
Okay.
And Ryan was out front trying to lay down some cover for y'all, and sort of did with his chest.
You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, knowing that there's a person on the roof across the street, and also a shot came from that direction, I'd like to use my last hold to do elementalism on the roof of that building.
Okay. I'd want to see you get to a place where you could see the roof across the street.
Okay.
So you want to go like scrambling through the shop, right? Trying to use cover and get to a place where you like close enough to the window where you could see up, but still have something between you, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna have you do like a sneak, which I think is probably covered by mislead.
Okay.
Yeah, or keep your cool. Keep your cool. Yeah, roll plus spirit.
Great. Fantastic. All right, that is a 10.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, you maneuver through the shop. You managed to stay in the shadows. The lights were already. It was a low light situation anyway. But Dorklord, I think the lyric is you probably think this shot is about you. Okay, so Sarah, yes, you're in place. Let's go ahead and do your spell. Is that a roll or does it just go off?
Elementalism. Spend one hold to turn to violence with your magic as a weapon.
Turn to violence. Okay. Yeah, that is a basic move.
And I'm going to use my Dark Arts Corruption move to turn to violence with spirit instead of blood.
Uh-oh. You don't have to use that because that's what your elementalism lets you do. Right?
Oh, okay.
I think.
I don't know.
Let me double check. Elementalism, turn to violence with your magic as a weapon. Oh, no, it doesn't let you do that. No. That's an excellent combo that you have.
Yes. Oh, God. Get back in.
Yeah, now it does say that it's close range.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's 3 harm close or 2 harm close area. I'm open to it, but I would have you roll with disadvantage. You can still roll with spirit.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to go ahead with it, I think it's, when you get over there and you see the roof and you think you could see someone moving around up there, it's a little bit of a stretch for a close range weapon like that.
Okay, I have another option. Is this NPC that I can see moving around up on the roof technically in the scene?
Yes.
Okay, then I would, instead of elementalism, I'm going to use my corruption move upon a pale horse to mark corruption and speak the true name of an NPC in the scene to inflict 3 harm on them.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an idea. There's no roll for that, right?
Nope.
You
just
have that
do it.
move already?
Yeah.
So you have dark arts and upon a pale horse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord. So you've taken 10 corruption already?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
You're a monster and I love it.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. Okay. So, do you have a sense of like what it sounds like as you're like looking at this person and muttering and like what does this noise sound like coming out of your mouth?
It is a 3-part harmony of Sarah's regular sounding voice, like a really low, like demon version of her voice, and then like a whispery ghost version.
I'm just watching like this.
Uh-huh.
I
And they
don't-
like the sounds all overlap and weave together. They're each saying a different thing
Mhm.
because the true name is in three different parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So it sounds like a little bit when you listen to like 3 songs at the same time.
Right.
But they match up in like a creepy way.
Yeah, like the weirdest mashup. Like when you get like suddenly oh shoot, what's like a Johnny Cash and Salt and Pepper somehow like match up. And
yeah,
you're like,
and then
what?
somehow there's Rammstein in there also.
Yeah. And they're all on the same BPM and somehow it lines up and
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like that.
Okay. So you speak this name that you didn't know before, but somehow is like, brought into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And you have the sense that your target is a little bit protected. However, I feel like I know the answer to this. Would you like to mark a corruption to push through her protection?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So then what you hear is a bit of a crash and breaking glass from above you. Glass that breaks outwards from your apartment as just a black winged streak goes across the like red night sky and just like you don't know what's happening up there now. You just hear a like gurgled scream, sort of human scream, and something bad's happening up there.
Nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Should have shot my friend. I think she makes a little bit of a like ooh face.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
All right. So we've got some stuff going up there. 3 harm isn't enough to take out even like a regular mortal in one shot. So you know that she's not totally down and out, but something bad is happening up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I would
Bell?
like
Yeah.
to. I was gonna do some damage but now that I've seen what Sarah's doing, I'm like, oh, that's handled.
Yeah, you see Sarah's like kind of behind your counter looking up there and you hear this like horrible noise come from her mouth that her vocal cords can't support. Like that doesn't
Yep.
make any sense.
So I am gonna say that one of the things that I hid around the shop here is some sort of like healing medallion.
Okay.
And I would like to throw that in Ryan's general vicinity.
You returned the Infinity Band already, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
We had to.
All right. Complication. This object that you have has to be applied with goodwill. Like somebody has to apply it to somebody and want them to get better.
Like, really want them to get better? Want them to stop bleeding on my floor? Is that like close enough?
It's like halfway there.
I guess I want Ryan to get better.
Do you have a move that is like get an object from your shop or something?
Not really.
I know there was something like that.
I mean, I guess it's not really lend a hand or I mean, would it be keep your cool?
Not necessarily, because we don't really have a healing move built in, because there are a few playbooks that have that ability. But I'm just looking at your playbook here real quick.
I mean, there's really nothing.
Oh no, I've got some thoughts.
All right.
I'm just double checking, making sure I don't step on any playbook toes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am right, Ryan. Your healing can't work on you, right?
No, unfortunately.
Okay. So, Mr. Imp, which imp moves do you have?
I grabbed I'm a fucking demon and measure your mark.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna actually need to let it out.
Okay.
And we're inverting the inflict 4 harm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like it.
Depending on how let it out works. So go ahead and roll plus spirit. Unless you get to, I don't think you roll something different for that, right?
Nope, I use spirit.
Yep.
Hold on. Yeah, I missed my trade twice. Ooh, that is an 11 plus 1 for a 12.
Very good. Okay. So, I'm not going to have you heal 4 harm because that's fucking wild.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But Ryan, yours heals 2, right?
Mine heals 2, yeah.
Okay, I think 2 is right, especially because we're inverting it, right? Like it's instead of dealing harm, you're inflicting harm. However, Belle, for this to work, you have to tell something. You have to tell Ryan something that you genuinely like about him.
Ooh. Like, do you really need the healing? Like, won't that just take care of itself on its own?
Stares up at you with blood spattered face.
Oh.
Yeah, it is like pumping out too. Like he's bleeding out.
Okay, fine. Ryan, I think you're very funny.
Okay.
I like your sense of humor.
And we know in the context of this, Belle can't be lying. Ryan, you know he's not lying. Right? So, one, as a fae, somebody paying you a compliment like that, I think probably just it's in your DNA, right?
Yeah.
So you feel a little high from that. Belle, what does this object look like?
It's like it's a bracelet. It's like a magic sort of very simple bracelet. So it works a little bit like an infinity band. I slip it on his hand and it like sinks into his skin and then the healing happens.
Can it look a little bit like Belle's down on one knee putting this bracelet onto Ryan's wrist?
That is exactly what it looks like.
Okay,
You're
great.
welcome, Ryan.
We'll find that on the security camera later. This perfect angle of Belle, like. And Ryan, you feel this thing cinch over your like, kind of forearm, really not really wrist, but like kind of this part of your arm. How are you? Oh my God, it is a friendship bracelet, Dorklord Canada.
Oh no.
Amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna say it's this like gold and silver woven, kind of like the Catechus, the snakes twisting together. And so I think it's a little bit like that. That goes over and it like cinches to your forearm. And Ryan, you heal 2 harm.
Hooray!
And you are riding the high of a fae who just received a genuine, honest, 100% true compliment. What do you want to do? Let's switch the spotlight to Ryan in this situation. Belle kneeling over you as your guardian angel.
You always dream about this day, but you never quite get it right. I never knew you felt so strongly about me, Belle.
I feel strongly about your sense of humor. I do actually like you, Ryan, so there you go.
I feel like this is Tinkerbell coming back to life.
I do believe in fuck around. I do.
Oh, it's so good. My jaw muscles are sore
Oh
from
my god.
smiling at this. Okay, Ryan, what's happening?
Well, yeah, I get up and dust myself off, and Belle, I won't forget this. I promise.
Now, I will say you still have like you feel this thing like snap your clavicle back into place, you know, because it was like it's a 50 caliber round that just like you should be dead, right? So you feel all this stuff like snap into place, but it's still like a bloody wound, and it's now more like you got stabbed, right? Which is bad.
Yeah.
But you're at 2 harm instead of 4, and you told Belle, you know, how nice that was, but what are you gonna run out and do?
All right. Who the fuck shot me?
Do you want to look around instead of fuck around?
Yeah, let's see. Do I have anything? No. Definitely would really help me there. But yeah, let's do a look around and find out.
Okay, let's go to not figure someone out. What am I thinking of? Yeah, let's just do like a modified figure someone out.
All right. Figure someone out is mine. I think my mind is 0. Shocking no one. That's a 9 total.
9?
Yeah, 9 on the dice.
Okay. That's good enough to know that the shot didn't come from the roof, right? Your like fractured memories of this horrible moment are like now you're remembering the muzzle flash was straight across the street, not up.
Okay.
All right. So she was probably spotting for the sniper on the ground, which is sort of the opposite way that it's supposed to work, but they couldn't have. The sniper on the roof would have been pretty ineffective in this situation. So, seems like that's part of what's happening.
Great. I'd like to use my ability shape change and turn myself into a wolf, a black wolf, and try to use the wolf's senses to figure out where this shooter was. And
Okay, so we would need you to go running out across the street
okay.
to get closer. Is that acceptable?
If there's things for me to use as cover.
Yeah, I mean, there's little, like, you're going to have to, like, dive behind the bookcase, and then the car that's parked outside, and then the newspaper stand, I think I think I'm saying that correctly. But you will be exposed for moments, right? But
Yes.
We've got your shape change in place. You've dashed. We can all see that you're about to like skitter out and try to get closer to the situation. We'll pause there. Let's check in with Esmita.
I am going to use my corruption move just below the surface to assume my demon form with all its fancy little things.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cash in a debt with Officer Stevenson, who I'm pretty fucking sure is the one who's over there. Or at least, like, he's Emily's partner. There's no way he's not in on this. So, Stevenson, I have a debt on you.
Okay.
Which means I can appear in your presence.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Nice.
Ooh, boy.
That's
Sounds
so
like someone else is
scary.
doing all the finding out today.
Y'all are so scary. Okay, so you step through. What does this look like? So you assume your demon form. We know this is your sort of leopard snake horror show. Well, Sam, have you seen Esmita in the leopard snake form?
Yeah, remember Sarah made heart eyes at her.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, in the hotel.
Yeah. Okay. So in the back area where y'all are sort of getting cover, Esmita's changing. Sarah, you look back from the window because you can hear this sort of like, what is it, like a hissy? Like what does your form sound like?
When I change form, it's a wet crunch.
Yep.
Or like a series of crunches.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, all the bones and stuff, they gotta do the things that they need to do. And then it also comes with like kind of like a burning, a little bit of like a burning scent.
Okay. And what
not
are your
necessarily unpleasant.
and your head is? Did we say it was like kind of like a cobra snake?
Yeah, it's like I have like a snake,
A
like,
little bit of a
and like a 3 to 4 foot neck at that point.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And what is your? Does your snake head like make snake noises or leopard noises or?
Well, it makes me noises because I can still talk and stuff, but I have a snake tongue and teeth.
Oh, that's right. You've been
and
doing a little bit
fangs.
of your elongated S sounds and
Yeah. So
okay. I like
this
that.
This tongue makes different noises than my normal tongue does.
Sure. Yeah.
But I guess like if you assume that a cat's purr comes from its belly,
Mm-hmm.
there could be a possibility of a purr hiss.
I want that to be true, and I'm horrified by it. Is there a word for that? Oh, I think it's in Sam's store. It's called Unrepentant Monster Fucker.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I made a t-shirt for you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I know what I am.
Yep. There's no shame. We all are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, you change. Sarah, you can turn. You like hear all this like wet crunching. You're like, oh, okay, that's happening. Belle, I think you're able to like duck back there. You know, like you were kneeling behind the bookcase with Ryan. Ryan's wolf form took off. There's still that like metal armband on the wolf's leg, the front leg. But Belle, I mean, you try to like get further back from the window. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I'm maintaining cover.
Okay, so you duck back there in time to see Esmita change. You see like Pancakes and her accompaniment, or the eyes go wide, right? I'm like,
Oh man.
what? Like they're familiar with vampires and werewolves and wizards and whatever it is they are, right? None of those are leopard, snake, demon monsters.
No, they are
right?
not.
And then what does it look like when you step through? Is it like, I'm picturing like red boiling shadow.
Yeah, I think it's more like so my eyes are voids. There's some wispy void essence.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what happens is like as quickly as like a thought, it's that there is a void in front of me with that same kind of like vaporous essence coming off of it, off the sides, and I step directly into it.
Okay. Now you just changed form this turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you've changed form, you stepped through, ideally behind him, I assume.
Sure.
Okay, now get ready for a shock. Steven Stevenson is in the bookshop across the street from Belle's shop, holding a sniper rifle.
What?
Bum, bum, bum.
Did not see that coming at all.
And you show up behind him, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, and he has his rifle, like, trained on, it's got a little like bipod. He has it on the front counter of the bookshop. He, like reacts pretty quickly, right? He like tries to roll out of the way. We'll follow up on that in a second, but you definitely have him off guard. The sniper rifle is, clatters to the floor, and because that's not a great close combat weapon, and we're gonna follow up with that in a second. Also, Esmita, from where you are, you realize you got there in time as he was like sighting on the wolf coming across the street, and he doesn't even get the shot, right? He's just like, oh god, and dives out of the way, and we're gonna get there in a second. I want to just mention that Pancakes and her friend are holding their fire, right? Because they don't entirely know everything that's going on right now. Like, they're just, a lot has happened, and so they're not shooting. They're just holding position in this like back corner of the shop, waiting to see if they need to cover someone or what's happening. But a lot of wild shit is happening. Belle, what are you doing?
I mean, I'll call out to Pancakes and say, on the roof, there was whatever her name was, Richardson's on the roof.
Okay, and she kind of confirms you mean like across the street.
Yeah.
Okay, so she gestures, and now it's even clear to Belle at this point that she's doing like, I don't know, like, military hand signs or whatever, but
yeah,
she gives her partner some instruction, and he just nods and like rolls out a cover and goes back out the side door, and is going. So you actually hear the like the fire escape clatter, right, as he goes up the wall of your building, and then we'll see what happens after that. Okay. Trying to think of, I want to make sure I'm not leaving anyone out here. Okay, back to Sarah.
Yes.
Sarah, can you please roll Keep Your Cool?
I can. What do I roll that with?
Spirit.
Excellent. Seven.
Oh, okay. So on a 10 plus, you would have been completely in control of what's happening to you. 7 to 9, not so great. And 6 minus would have been very bad. However, you find yourself, with the 7 to 9, you know what's happening. You just don't have a lot of control over it. All right. But you are looking through your eyes and Reggie's eyes, which is real confusing, right? That's a difficult place to be in. Reggie is not having this problem and is trying to peck her stupid face off to get to the good part behind it, right? Now, gore warning, everyone. This is, and of course, always, X card is always on the table, players. Please feel free to, pump the brakes whenever you need me to. However, are eyes on our list? Yeah, okay. One of her eyes is gone, right? That's and now Reggie is just trying to get in that spot because it's just a gory mess, right? Her right eye, right? So once he got through that, it's just like just like woodpecker, right? Like trying to get in there, and she's trying to fight it off, and like Reggie's wing is broken, doesn't give a shit, right? Like he's not gonna fly anywhere right now, but he's like unconcerned about this like floppy wing.
That one, their brain's so close, just slightly more pecking.
Oh, thank you, Dorkwood Candor, for mentioning X card is also available for chat. We can always pump the brakes when we need to. Okay, so Sarah, if you want to try to do something basically as Reggie, that's a thing we could do. If you want to do something as you, it's probably going to be at disadvantage, but you can, right? But this
Okay.
is the 7 to 9 result.
Great. I did want to try and do something as Reggie.
Okay.
Let's see. So she is on the roof and he is pecking her face off.
As you focus on Reggie's experience a little bit, you
Mhm.
get the like sensories, the senses that Reggie is indulging in, and like the blood is good, right? Bloody meat, we know that he liked that.
Yeah.
But the I don't know that Sarah knew what brains smell like, but she does now, right? And it smells different from bloody meat, and
Fascinating.
it's where, like, there's no doubt that's where he's going, right? So what do you want to have him do?
Huh. Okay. I think, is it possible? First off, I want to have him back off slightly because I don't want. We need her brains intact for her to tell us things.
Okay.
I know that's going to be difficult because hungry zombie bird. Also, is it possible to speak out of his mouth?
Oh. Maybe we'd have to do a roll about it.
Okay.
If it helps, Jason, with my shape change ability, it does up to 3 people you designate can still understand your speech, but everyone else perceives you as barking and chirping.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
If you wanted to use that as a jumping off point.
Yeah, okay. So we'll say you can make her understand you, but you'll still just be Reggie screaming.
Yes. Fantastic. Yes, what I would like to do is like back off the attack slightly to give her a chance to pay attention to me, and as Reggie scream at her.
Okay, so currently Reggie is like, his talons are gripped into her, like the like dug into the skin a little bit, like through her like she had a what do you call it, bulletproof vest on, right? And so his talons are like dug into the top of that and the like her skin behind that, right? Dorkly Canada. God damn it. For posterity, technically they're only brains if they're from the cranial region of France. Otherwise, it's sparkling gray matter.
Delicious.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
What a gift.
Well done. Well done.
It's one of my all-time favorite memes. So she had fallen onto her back. She was like trying to do the scooch away from, but he's like, latched on and she's swatting at him.
Yeah.
She's already like drawn her sidearm and dropped it, right? Like in the everything that was going on. Her hands are bloody, right? So you're standing basically on her chest, right? Like right over the lower throat. What does it look like to back off a little bit?
So I think the talons don't let go, but the pecking stops.
Okay.
And the wings.
Reggie's very annoyed with you. Like he knows that you're in there, right? And it's like, but it has to. He has to do what you say. So
He has
yeah.
to. And just kind of the wings come back into like a poised, like I can attack, but I'm not going to right now.
Well, left wing is floppy, but yeah.
Yeah, one is floppy, but the other one is jaunty.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna say to her, you have royally fucked up. If you want to live, I can make this stop. Come to the shop and we'll talk.
Okay, let's roll persuade an NPC with advantage.
Oh, right.
Feels like you have an advantage in this situation.
Slight advantage.
That's plus heart.
Plus heart?
Yeah.
Oh, dice. You don't want to persuade, you just want to murder. 7.
Okay,
barely.
that's a hit. They counter your offer, demand payment. Okay, so that comes in the form of her like, you have to guarantee my safety, right? Like, I'm not gonna leave this just to get killed later. That's not the literal conversation. I'm paraphrasing. but yeah, she sort of, you know, croaks out like, okay, but you have to guarantee my safety. And she has a magic item on her that will like receive a promise and enforce it. Like one of the
Okay.
things that you can sense on her. Um, so
I will say, I will not kill you.
I think this is a hairy enough situation that she doesn't pick up on the. Yeah. Yep. I think that's okay. She's in a bad enough spot that she's taken 3 harm. She's a crazy magic bird on her face. Like, yeah. Sorry, wild magic bird. Try not to use the term crazy. But okay, yeah, you've made some progress there. She's like starting to acquiesce. It takes a second, right? Like she's like, there's a lot happening. Reggie is a lot.
Yeah.
So Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
you go dashing across the street, cover, and jump through the window
Mm-hmm.
and see Stevenson sort of rolling away from Esmita, just Esmita like casually standing there. Like what does it look like?
I think like when I stepped out, it was like I actually said like, Steven, you have made so many mistakes.
Okay. So, yeah, he's tried to roll away from you. His attention, he's sort of like trying to keep an eye on the street and you, right? So he's like rolling back away. He has Esmita on his left and the street on the right. So also Ryan on his right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming up with his sidearm in his right hand, Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
The side you happen to be coming up on.
Oh yeah.
Does that? Do you have any thoughts about where you might want to go in this relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about, yeah, we're just gonna go. I want to chomp. Yes, chomp that forearm.
Yes.
But I'm gonna do more than just chomp. So I don't know what kind of damage you would like a chomp to do from a wolf.
Well,
but-
it would snap a human's forearm, no problem.
Okay. I am going to. So when I changed into the wolf, I had to mark corruption, which got me another corruption advancement. Hey, I only just now reached 3, and I'm not quite on Sam's level yet, but we're getting there.
Yep. Okay.
But I took everyone's got one, touch someone and mark corruption to curse them with an elemental vulnerability. All damage from a source you select is treated as +1 harm and armor piercing.
Okay.
So I would like to choose magic, or if you need more specific, fey magic.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark that corruption, and then I am going to use my ability Wither,
Oh no, I forgot about Wither.
which I have to mark another corruption to use. That's fine, but you can imbue your touch the power to kill 3 harm, intimate, armor piercing. So that plus everyone's got one makes it 4 harm, armor piercing on top of whatever damage you would like the bite to do.
Okay. I think given the situation, we're not gonna just one-shot him because
No,
that's
absolutely.
not really what Ryan wants to have happen, right?
He a little bit, like, he's just out for blood. Like he was hurt by this person and made him look a fool, and he is incensed at
Okay.
this
Oh,
point.
you know what? Let's roll the attack. What's the basic move called? We'll roll with blood. I know it's blood.
Yeah.
Turn to violence.
Turn to violence.
Yes. Let's go ahead and roll turn to violence, and that'll guide us.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure he's going to be known as Lefty from now on.
Yeah. Oh, that died. Yeah, that is a 10. Oh, but I've -1 to blood, so it's 9. A 9 total for the turn to violence.
Asmita, would you be wanting to help Ryan with what he's doing there?
Honestly, I feel like Ryan's got it. And Esmita has her own agenda that she is going to follow in this situation, assuming that any of these people survive what is going on.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Nope, 9 is good. So, on a hit, you inflict harm as established, and your opposition chooses 1. You didn't get the 10 plus, so you don't get to pick one from the other list. Yeah, I think they inflict harm on you
Okay.
as his gun goes off. But his gun goes off because it fell to the ground, because his hand fell to the ground.
Sure. Yeah, it sure did.
And so from here, just whoop off, wolf mouth. You get in there, you chomp it. There's also this like some of his veins are turning black as your wither magic is getting in there and corrupting him. His hand flops to the ground. The gun goes off because it bangs and like wings your back leg.
Okay.
And you take 2 harm from that.
Well, I did 1 harm because of Sam's shield.
Yep, just 1. So that puts you back to 3.
I'm at 3. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then let's follow up Asmita. What do you want to do? His arm's off. No, it isn't.
Not but a scratch.
But he's still alive and conscious.
Yeah, actually, something like weird is happening. He's not reacting like a regular human. He's not screaming. But he's like in. Oh, sorry, everybody! I just punched my microphone. He's like cradling his arm, and there's blood everywhere. But he's like steely-eyed and like trying to get away from Ryan, and is still like active even with all like his arms off, right? Like
Perfect.
That's bad.
Perfect. Because I know someone who will be very interested in this person, so I'm gonna let it out.
Uh-oh.
To call my dark patron's attention directly to my location.
Oh, that's bad for him. So plus spirit.
Yup. And it's a 10.
Oh no. Okay. Can you read the move for us?
That's literally what it is. Like, summon your dark patron's attention directly on your location.
Okay. So what do you want to have happen with that?
Basically, I think Vritra would be very interested in having someone with these particular skills and the connections that this duo obviously has on, what are we calling it nowadays? Payroll?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay.
And like, normally I don't find other people to take demonic contracts.
Right. Because you didn't like when that happened to you.
In this case, I will make an exception.
Yeah. This guy, like, intentionally put your, I was going to say boyfriend, at least boy toy, in danger.
This guy that I feel very protective of because he's a good person, if naive.
Oh, she thinks I'm a good person.
I do not think you're a good person. And then shot, like, you have been abusing your station in life, sir.
True.
And I have zero tolerance policy for this.
Okay. So I'm going to say this summoning to the location. Have you done this before?
I think that this is the first time I have done it for this reason at all.
Yeah.
Like, there have been other times where I've had to.
Uh-huh.
Because of, like, because one of the things that I do for Vritra is track down rogue demons.
Oh, sure. So she's like, go there, let me know when you get there, and I'll like deal
And
with
like
it.
there's something of a like, okay, you've subdued them now, and now I can come pick them up and take them back to where they need to be.
Yeah.
But this is different.
Okay. What does Vritra look like?
Let's do a little like, so she's you know, I mean, it makes perfect sense why I chose the form that I did, because she's, you know, a giant snake demon.
Okay. Does everybody here know what a Yuan-Ti looks like from D&D?
Yes.
No.
Oh, okay. They're basically a pile of snakes that in the shape of like a humanoid from the waist up.
Fun.
And Pooja is something like that. Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Because so in this version of Vritra that I am making for this game,
Yeah, great.
giant disclaimers of like, please don't come for me. But she can shapeshift
Okay.
into like various incarnations of herself.
Okay.
So yeah, it makes sense that if she was like more like closer to like a Naga kind of situation
Okay.
than not.
Well, what I'm picturing is that she basically inhabits your space for a moment, you know, like kind of uses you as a, like to become her avatar. And
Another reason I don't do this very often.
right, yeah. But I think it's, you know, your whole form, like your arms become like their own snakes. You know, I think a lot of the leopard form disappears under all of this. And Stevenson just screams, right? What I think is like a pretty normal human response to the situation, in a way that he wasn't that worried about his arm. And you look down and you can see the wound is closing over. So that's unusual. But the you looking as Meta, you're backseated at this point, right? However,
She's such a bossy bitch. She could have manifested next to me.
yeah.
But no.
She also wants you to know who's in charge. You don't call me, I call you.
I am doing you a favor here.
But she manifests essentially through you. Yeah, I think there's like a little bit of a time warpy situation where she, you know, she and you pick this guy up, and there's a moment of just this like shadow realm, you know, the void, as you mentioned, and he just, you know, he like struggles for a minute with his left arm, and then just kind of goes, just relaxes. He's limp, not relaxed. He's just like, and you are actually given the opportunity, as Mita, Vritra is speaking to you telepathically, right? Of like, sort of like how like a manager is training their assistant manager. She's like, what do you think should happen here? Right? Like, she has an idea of what she wants to do, but she's testing you.
Yeah. This one makes a good tool. But like, and weapon. But like all tools and weapons, they need to be wielded.
And you would give him to me?
Despite my better judgment, you are actually the best person to wield one of these that I know currently.
I can see. And then there's this moment where like his head rocks back, and for lack of a better word, void light is out of his eyes and his mouth. It's like a black light, sort of. And you can tell this is just her sort of inspecting him. He's like, he knows some things. He's wrong about more than he's right. But I think I can use this.
And at least I know you don't act without provocation.
No, you're correct. I accept this offering in the spirit in which you intended it. I release him to your custody. And then you find yourself back in the bookshop, still in your demonic form, somewhat recovered yourself. Ryan, you watched like as if it was through smoked glass, right? You watched all that happen. You saw his head rock back, but you didn't hear any of the conversation. It was eerily silent. What were you doing in that moment? Because it actually was a few minutes that they were away. Asmita, it didn't feel like a few minutes to you. It felt like a few seconds, right? But Ryan?
I think Ryan, very much in that animalistic form he's in and that mindset, was like, I want to kill him, but I'm waiting to get the order from Asmita, like almost like, like a hunting dog ready to go in for the kill, but it was like waiting for the command. So growling, blood covered muzzle, like just ready to finish him off.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So yeah, Asmita, you return. This guy, is like kind of like getting to his feet and spluttering and looks like he's gonna like come at you.
No.
And he just freezes. What did you do?
You have a...
Oh, also, Asmita, Ritra tells you that she had a conversation with Stevenson and he chose to live. Right? That's all she tells you about the bargain. But then she's released him to your custody. So he actually, like, entered into a bargain with her.
Yeah. That was my assumption that was going to happen.
So feel free to play that however you like.
Well, we have the same liege, but we definitely don't have the same station. I told you made mistakes, Stephen. You just have no idea how many.
Yeah, he just looks like totally like doesn't know what to do, right? He's really he's literally stuck, and it, like goes to cuss at you, and his mouth freezes up, and then his head moves like someone slapped him, and you hear Vritra's voice say, "Never speak to her like that." And then Vritra has really left the scene now, and
Vritra has exited the building.
Yeah, Vritra will remember this.
Well, we know how much you value. We both know how much you value your life. So if you want to keep living it, let's go to the shop.
All right. And he just sort of woodenly turns and kind of looks at all the stuff that he has here, like his sniper equipment and his handgun on the floor, and there's a little like not duffel bag, but there's like a little equipment thing that he has there, but he just turns and walks out the front of the shop, out of the bookstore. Ryan?
Yeah. Ryan is going to first in wolf form lift his leg and piss on his dismembered hand. Then turn back into his Fey form, pick up the duffel bag, pick up the sniper rifle, sling the sniper rifle over one shoulder, duffel bag in the other, and walk back across.
And I believe Ryan's shape change leaves him nude.
So he's
Okay.
naked but covered in blood.
Sure. And
Yeah.
not that
Right.
Ryan is
Just
self-conscious
like
about
me.
it.
No,
but
Brian doesn't care.
yeah.
Yep.
Just swinging free in the breeze. Okay. Sarah,
Yes.
about that rooftop situation.
Uh-huh.
What do you want to do?
I think basically if Richardson is amenable to getting up and coming down to the shop, I'm basically gonna like maintain my Reggie link to like sit on her shoulder and
Mhm.
make sure she goes where I want her to go. If
Uh-huh.
she starts going astray, there's heck no.
And I assume you want her to leave her, like, spy gear and everything up there, or do you want her to pack everything up, or what's the...
Well, I heard that she had a lot of magical items, so she should bring those to me.
Yeah, they're all over. One of them, her the thing that I said like absorbs a promise is a forearm tattoo that is completely culturally appropriated. Let's say it's something from like Filipino culture, right? Not
Okay.
her culture. This is totally inappropriate for her to have this tattoo. She's not one of the good guys. But that's the only magic item on her that is part of her body. The rest of them are like in pockets and like, or like worn around her neck or something like that. So
Got it.
we'll have an opportunity to explore all of that. But yeah, she gets up. All of that stuff is with her. She leaves her spy gear there, and she'd already dropped her sidearm, so that's staying there for now. And yeah, you march her downstairs and.
At Bird Point.
Yeah, and actually, as you get up, you can see the guy that Pancakes brought with her, like trying to get a shot on her, right? Like on Richardson, but then kind of sees that the bird is in control of the situation. It's just like, you can see him just like mouthing to himself, like, "What the fuck?"
I can make it with the bird form. I can make people understand me if I want them to, or is
Yeah.
it just Richardson?
I think it's just her with the role that you had right now. Because it's not even really you that turned into a bird. It's like 2 steps removed. So
Yes. Okay, fair.
yeah, you can scream at him if you want.
No, I'll scream at her. Just like, wait, is she carrying anything?
But what do you? I mean, she has like all kinds of stuff.
Like in her hands.
No.
Okay, I was like, hands up. That guy might shoot you.
Okay. And
Good.
yeah, he's like, okay. He just like stands up from cover, is like totally baffled. Belle, what's going on with you downstairs?
I mean, I no one's shooting, so
Yep.
get up. I go to Pancakes. Like I think the situation is probably under control.
Okay, and you can see she has a little ear, like the tiniest little earpiece in.
Mm-hmm.
She cocks her head a little bit, and she says, "Huh, Miller says she's surrendering?"
Yep, that sounds like something Sarah could achieve. Yeah,
Okay.
and or Ismita or Riot. I don't know who went where, but we can probably stand up and be okay for now.
Do you mind if I leave him on your roof for now?
I'm sure. I mean, I think we've got most of the threats. I mean, that's the question that we're here to answer: is why are these people interfering with our business?
Okay. And then she just relays, tells him to keep lookout for now, and yeah. So we'll quick travel, get everyone back in the shop, and now we're just about out of time for today. But is everyone going like a few minutes over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if we need to go, that's okay too. We can always pick up next time. But okay, so we'll just go a little bit over. Belle, it's your shop, so I kind of feel like we have a situation of like Esmita, marches
Yeah.
Stevenson in here. Sarah
mean-
slash Reggie marches Richardson in. And Reggie is like on the shoulder and like pecks the side of her head to make her go that way. And, like pecks his shoulder to make her go that way. And it's like,
Yep.
she's so, she's like, oh my God. I'm so, like, she's terrified, but now she's been scared for so long that it's like, you like run out of juice for it. And she's just
Exactly.
like, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever.
I mean, I set out chairs for them to sit and set out chairs for the 4 of us or 5 of us to sit facing them and say, well, it seems like we have a lot to discuss here. It feels like you should start.
And so when you say that, Pancakes comes around the corner.
No, Pancakes is like we're sort of like we're there. Pancakes is there.
Okay, great.
Like, pull them into the middle of the shop. Like two of you down.
You see, like, Pancake's body language is like suddenly she recognizes Richardson.
No.
And she says, "You should have left it at Madagascar."
Oh, you two know each other.
We used to. This is Pancakes talking to you.
Well, you probably should have told me that there were other interested parties then.
I didn't think they would chase us all the way here.
Well, that's poor foresight on your part.
I'm not a wizard.
I don't care.
6 sets of eyes look to Sarah.
Anyway, Richardson, Stevenson, one of you, both of you, I don't care. Start talking.
So Stevenson basically doesn't react to you speaking because has to do what Esmita says. Richardson looks at Reggie and then Sarah like she wants to say something and like, is asking if she can speak, basically.
Yeah, so the rest of everybody just hears Reggie scream at her, but she hears me say,
which is great because like Sarah's right there.
yeah. She hears me say, "You better start talking."
These are rejects from a government program. And like Pancakes gets so mad at that word. Like her other sidearm is out because she had kind of like slung the submachine gun, right? Like her pistol's out and she's cocked it and like stops herself from shooting this woman, like, but is just enraged, right? This is the most emotional you've ever seen her. And is not able to like form a productive question at this point. So it's up to you all to
just maybe don't use that word. Carry on.
Well,
what kind of
hate
program?
living, don't you?
What was that, Pooja?
Oh, just you really hate living, don't you?
Yeah.
It was a program to create the perfect soldier. It should have worked. It did work for some of us.
You included?
I'm an observer. And she looks over at Stevenson and is like, "What did you do to him?"
Nothing that he didn't choose.
He's off my roster. And she just had like some sort of internal look of like, and just looks confused. You don't even know what this roster thing means, right? But that's what she says.
Well, you could say that he found a new position.
He should have to be dead to be off my roster.
He decided to lend a hand.
Ryan.
Belle really likes Ryan's sense of humor, though.
Oh, Ryan, you scamp.
It's just keep on with the explanations.
Yeah. Carry on forward.
look, even if you kill us here, this isn't going to end with us. They're going to come and find out why we disappeared. And
Who's
not
they?
going to end.
Who's they? Where are they? And I would like a list of everyone between you and them.
It's the United
Inclusive.
States government. What do you want? Like, are you going to
Who do
go
you
up
report
against?
to? I want to know who you report to. I want to know what you're doing here. You infiltrated our police. I want to know everything. So
It's a black site under an army base in Madagascar that doesn't answer to anyone. Most of the people on the base don't know it's there.
So if you're an observer, why are you interfering in their business now?
yeah.
Because she escaped, right? You could see her like picking words a little more carefully, and points at Pancakes and says like, she broke the contract and escaped, and we were sent to recover our resources.
So what you're telling me is you're of no more use to me. Pancakes.
Well, wait, hold on.
Pancakes, you can... I don't care at this point. If you can't tell me who to make this stop, Pancakes, we'll have our deal. You just understand they're looking for you. It's nothing to do with us, and you can do with whichever of these whatever you want. I mean, it seems like Asmita has plans for one of them, but I don't...
This one
at this
doesn't
point, I
belong
don't care.
to you.
That's cool.
Look, I can already tell they think he's dead, and
Okay, great.
I can't. I'm off the grid, so like I don't understand why I. But look, if I'm and she's like trying to speak very carefully, and Pancakes just puts the muzzle of her gun against the woman's kneecap. Doesn't pull the trigger, right?
Yeah.
She just puts it there, and the woman is like, "Look, I can make them think you're gone."
And I've just... Pancakes, do you mind just like taking this somewhere else? My shop's already messed up for the night. You have what you need. We will continue to get you heads. I'll deal with O'Hare. But I don't need this woman anymore. You can take her somewhere else.
So Pancakes looks at you, Belle, and says like, can I speak to you in private for a second?
Sure.
Okay, she kind of looks at all you like you're gonna watch these two, right?
They're not going anywhere, clearly.
Okay, so Belle, the two of you go to the back room, and well, I guess y'all were probably back there anyway because you don't want to do this in view of the street.
And we're not in my office, but like we're off to the side in
Yeah,
sort of the main
yeah.
room, away from the window.
And Pancake says, "Look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't have the resources to deal with them on my own, and I need your help to make this happen.
To make what happen?
To get her to actually falsify a report. There's shit that has to happen, and I can't guarantee that she'll do it because I don't have the magical expertise. I'm unkillable, but that's not super helpful with what's going on right now."
Fine. All of her magical items come to me.
Fine, I wouldn't know how to use them.
Yep, all of her magical items, and you owe me 2 debts.
While this conversation is happening, Sarah is taking the magical items off of her.
Okay, I like that. You can't get her
That's right.
tattoo off without some tools, but we could address that later. So yeah, Pancake says, "Yeah, look, I'm sorry that this came to your doorstep. That's not what I wanted. I wasn't trying to put this on you. I thought we could just set up here and be under the radar and do what we need to do. I don't even understand how they're tracking us right now. I don't understand how they keep finding us, and I need your help for that. We're never going to get out from under them."
Okay, like I said, all of her stuff, 2 debts, and we'll see what we can do. But this is not my fight, and I really don't care.
no, I'm not asking you to care, but yeah, if you can help us do all that, yes, I will. You will get all of that. I will make that happen.
All right, great.
We'll owe you big time.
Great. Let's go back.
Okay. So yeah, I think this is probably okay to we'll like back out to the big picture here. We move a couple of them. We meet. Well, we don't actually have to do anything with Stevenson as Mita, so that's up to you, because we can somehow confirm that like his government agency thinks he's dead, right? At this point, because he was completely cut off from their view, right? So he's just gone as far as they're concerned. Richardson, we have to take her to like a safe house, and we get her set up somewhere. Pancakes didn't want to take her back to where the rest of her crew was, because that's the problem, right? Like that's what's at risk, is keeping her people safe. So you all find a safe house. We get Richardson in there, et cetera, and then we'll be able to pick this up next time. Belle, also acknowledging Jay that you have to be away next week. One of the best ways for you to move forward would probably be to go interview some of the folks in Madagascar.
Yeah.
And you could certainly get there easily enough. Look, has Belle been to Madagascar before?
No, I never have. This would be
Okay,
lovely.
so you can't teleport then.
No.
Okay. Oh, I guess you can only teleport home, huh?
Yeah, no, I can only come back home. But
Okay.
This
Well,
will be fun.
At least you only need a one-way ticket.
Yeah,
That's nice.
that's real nice. I like it.
Okay. Okay. So then I think that's our, we'll be able to pick up what the time passes next time. Unless is there anything we should resolve in this sort of like bloody moment?
I do want to make sure that post-battle, Reggie gets some brains.
Oh, yeah. Well, nobody really died.
No one died. We have a source for heads, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we'll...
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could get him a little sip from the tap there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, contact O'Hare, let O'Hare know that, like, Richardson and Stevenson are off their back. Our deal continues apace.
Okay.
If anyone interferes, you let us know ahead of time. This time.
Ahead of time.
Got him.
And also provide us with, Pancakes needs a head. We're still short a head for Pancakes. And one for good measure.
Yeah, well, I think...
Convenience charge.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think since O'Hare's kind of in the clear at this point, they pack up a couple heads and bring them on over, because no one's breathing down their neck now. So
Right.
Yeah, so that part gets sorted out. Sarah, you've got a pocket full of unidentified magic items.
Yes.
We will discuss that when I return from Madagascar.
As you once said to me, possession is 9/10 of the law, my friend.
That is also true.
The consequences.
The consequences.
Speaking of consequences, I need to grab Lucky out the closet.
Oh, yeah.
Take Lucky.
And if any of these people, soldiers or coroners alike, have any kind of first aid training, Ryan's got a boo-boo.
Yeah.
2 boo-boos. Multiple boo-boos.
I feel like O'Hare would be happy to treat those.
Yeah.
boo-boos.
Yeah, O'Hare, when they come by to drop the heads off, they knew that there was a grievous wound, right? So they brought their kit with them, and yeah, they get you stitched up and, on the path recovering there. Nobody else really had grievous wounds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Given a little bit of time to rest, Sarah, Reggie's wings just snaps back into place at some point. Like, you don't do anything about it, right? It's not, and it's even before he gets brains, right? It just like, at some point it goes click, right? And he flaps it. He's like, oh, yeah, all right. Apropos of nothing.
Sweet.
Dorkler Canada. That was our technical term in EMS. Multiple boo-boos. Okay, well, I think that's a good place to game down for today then. Thank you all. Thank you, chat, for joining us on this wild ride. It's always lovely to have you all here. And let's say our goodbyes, starting with Joey. Where can the good people find your bad works?
Well, I do mostly bad works here, as you can see. You can find me on all the socials at Feywild85, FEYWILDE 85. And you can catch me here every Saturday morning. And also you can catch me, Sam, and Pooja on the Happy Jacks game Glittering Night for at least 1 to 2 more sessions, we're assuming. And catch the climax and conclusion of that insane story, where I play a different kind of fuckboy. I have a brand and I've embraced it. But yeah, you can catch us there, and hopefully more stuff coming soon.
Pooja?
Hi, I'm Pooja. You can find me on Twitter at LADesigirl. That's LADESI girl. And pretty much all the other socials is Forgotten Saves, because it's easier. But, I just have feelings in my heart about my Twitter handle. But if you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, as Joey mentioned, you can find me on Happy Jacks RPG, and also with Jay on 12-Sided Stories, where I will... we are currently in, I think we just released episode 4 of Otherworld Seattle, where fun and exciting and frisky things have happened and will continue to happen throughout the season.
I'm enjoying the story thoroughly, so I'm your biggest fan. Sam.
I'm Sam, also known as Red Pandroid on the internet. You can find me here in this game, obviously. Also, as mentioned, on Happy Jacks RPG in the Glittering Night and Yuma Stations campaigns. And if you like my weird nonsense in games, you may want to check out my weird nonsense that I put on clothes. And you can find that at stiarnastore.com. That is STIARNA.
A friendly place for unrepentant monster fuckers everywhere.
We are monster fucker friendly, most definitely.
And Jay.
Hey y'all, you can find me on the socials at Jay Holtham in all the old familiar social places. And as you've heard already here, you can find me playing Space Shenanigans every other Monday, including this Monday coming up, Happy Jacks RPG, and doing Otherworld Seattle with 12-Sided Stories with Pooja. Coming out, new episodes drop every Friday.
Great. And again, I'm Jason. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at It's Probably Okay. And I stream here Wednesdays and Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then every other Monday, I am with the aforementioned Yuma Station game over at Happy Jacks RPG on Twitch or happyjacks.org. And you go to /shows there, and you can... most of us, I think all of us have been in Happy Jack stuff. So you can find all kinds of stuff over there. They have podcasts for the podcast inclined. However you want to catch up on those is up to you. And I think that's it for us. So let me just glance over whether we have a raid to raid. That's a whole sentence that I said. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go visit Librarian Liz again. I think we visited her last week.
To do?
Good times. She's playing some Dragon Age right now, so it might be nice, fun, chill thing. So I'll just pop that in the chat. Head on over there. Say hi to Liz for us if you can. And thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.